See, this is what happens right here. Wack, you lying.
This loose cannon
trying
going
to
at it with Wack100,
lie.
man. I'm ad-lib over it, man. We
This is what happens, right? You do the No Jumper show on Thursday. I said something to you on the day it happened, right? Text message. But I didn't talk to you until Saturday. You talking about that my homies wanted me to have you put that out that I went to jail. Nobody even said about jail. This is how goofy you are. And you talking about fake plays. Do you know? Wack, I know everything about you. You know the fake plays. We're going to unravel. I just didn't want to just do it because the enemies that we inquired would be, you was right. They was running a fake play. You was running a fake play. White was running a fake play. Dead homies, right? Let me get to it. Sweetie! Sweetie! Let me start off with your backup dancer. And I told both of y'all this yesterday in y'all face. You and Powerpuff Girl 600, right? Bro, I told you, I said, Wack, you the rapper and he do the ad-libs. You the yes man. 6, you not like that. Nobody's pulling up for you. His team and everything. It's not enough to mess with me. Yeah, we got on the call with a couple of people. And you not. Listen, I guarantee you, y'all won't drop that low. I want to beat both of y'all up. This is a fact. Nigga, we can say F your mama, your daddy, everything. What y'all gonna do? I get disrespectful. I'll make a whole week of content every day disrespecting y'all. Dead homies. Y'all don't want that.
Man,
I'll run your name through the mud. You say I'll be irrelevant.
It's not in this bitch, man.
I do more
Again.
You goofy.
For the Thursday.
Blaze your dog, what you want, gang?
Ain't no shit. As the usual.
Well, welcome back to DJU TV. It's definitely a blessing to have you.
I missed y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I did miss y'all. For real.
Okay, so how long? It ain't been that long. What was this?
Nah, probably like
it was this
last year when I got out of jail. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so it's been a short while. It ain't been that long. How you been doing?
Pushing, starving, grinding, real loud, like hungry for this shit. When I mean starving, I mean like hungry for my career to get to the next level type shit. Like that's the type of time I'm on this year. Cause I feel like personally, I done gave too many people a head start. Like it's like, all right, now y'all getting bitches getting a little bit too comfortable in they spot. So now it's time to shake it up, you know?
Okay. Blazing red.
That's what's so crazy. See, look, I'm finna tell you a funny story, right? Sexy Red was on my Instagram. She liking my pictures and shit. They took my shit. I thought I wasn't gonna never see her again. But you know how God works, she ended up coming on my Facebook. I said, bitch, look at God, bitch. Right. She see me. I love her.
Yeah, because you got Facebook busting.
Yeah, you see me though? I'm just a little troll. I'm a little troll.
For those who don't know, Blaze on Facebook.
Don't get nobody no idea to go look me up, G. No. They gonna see.
Yeah, man, Blaze love. She said she forgave Tay Savage for
y'all talking about this make believe.
Young play Rich is the loose king. Antics. You know what I'm saying? Sweetie aunties, loose candy. Talk about wacky.
You see, you over here, Wack, you lying. This is a fact. Nigga, we can say F your mama, your daddy, everything. What y'all gonna do? I get disrespectful. I'll make a whole week of content every day disrespecting y'all. Dead homies. Y'all don't want that. I'll run your name through the mud. You say I'll be irrelevant.
Damn. Wow.
She did the same thing I did if she had the opportunity to. So I did it for my mama. I was the person to break the generational curse, to stop all of this. Like I did that for my mama and my family because I feel like that's what we needed. I needed that. Like people might not understand it, but that's my mama. They not gonna understand it till you lose a parent. Like I really needed that. And I really I'm thank God that it happened. Even though it was a lot of negative shit being said about it, I learned how to really ignore negative shit. And that's a big step for me knowing me because I don't play with no bitch or no nigga. Like I don't get no fuck. But you gotta learn how to play social media sometimes. Like sometimes you gotta, block that shit out and do what you gotta do. So I respect the interview. I really liked how it went. I was comfortable. I didn't feel intimidated at all. And I loved it. And I feel like it's good for the community and for Chicago to see that people can, come to understanding about shit. Not saying we completely, some people that completely don't understand. Everybody might not be with the program, but it all starts somewhere. Everybody got their shine, but the low end. Like everybody got their shine as far as like everywhere else. The low end don't really have their shine, and that's where a lot of shit started at. So it's like shit. If I got to be the one to make this shit big and global for the low end, then I'm gonna do it. You right here, teary eyed.
Man. So
don't make me cry, please.
So you was able to find it in your heart to forgive a person that was involved with your mother's death. That's what you're telling me.
It sounds crazy, but yes, I found it. I'm ready to be blazing.
Yeah, that's hard. I appreciate that a lot. That's yeah, I like that. I appreciate that, Blaze. You made me cry. We in this motherfucker crying. And yesterday was your mama's birthday. That was hard. Yes.
I did not want to do this. Thank you.
Nah, I appreciate that. That's real good. Like, I really salute that. I never would have seen that coming. You know what
I
I'm
never
saying?
thought I would either.
That
But it's crazy how God worked. I had to realize, like, through everything I went through all the rain I went through, the only person I had to call was God. He was always there for me. Never left my side. No matter what nobody said bad about me on the internet, it was just God. Like, that's why with everything I do, I be like in the back of my head, like, if God tell me to do this shit, if he feel like I should do it, like if I hear anything or any signs, like I take anything as a sign. Like if a person come to me like, yeah, you should do it and give me like a real reasoning, I'm like, yeah, I feel like that's probably God telling me to go ahead and do this shit and move to the next step. Because I feel like listening to people that's on a negative type of time will leave you stuck and it's your dream. And you will be listening to somebody that you think got your best interests at heart the whole time. They stopping you from being the best person you could be. So I really just had to go with what I wanted at the time. It wasn't what Fono wanted, because Fono like, hell no. It wasn't what Fono wanted. It was what Blaze wanted. What Blaze wanted to do.
Yeah. And that's what it come down to when you gotta, do yourself. You gotta take care of yourself at the end of the day, Because nobody else are feeling those emotions you feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else are having those lonely nights thinking about their mama the way you do. So, man, I really salute you. I salute Tay Savage as well. And
No,
definitely
for sure.
a special shout out to Chicago Wave for sure, because
Yes.
that's like moving mountains. You know what I'm saying?
And that's crazy because he really encouraged me to do it. If it wasn't for him, I would never did it. I ain't gonna lie, like, he had to give me so many different point of views about it. Like, we had to talk about this shit for weeks. Like, it was not just no, all right, we finna do it. I'm like, hell no. Like, he had to really come with a valid reason. Like, he like, man. And then I had to talk like with everybody else, like, that's way more understanding than to just be on some game banging type time. And it was like, yeah, I feel like that's what the world. And then I'm a girl, I'm a female. Like at the same time, this street shit is cool and all, but I mean, I'ma always be from where I'm from, but I'm trying to grow into bigger than where I'm from and come back and get back to the community and do some more shit. Like it's okay being from where you from, but what is you really doing for where you from? Besides, the bad shit, like ain't nobody buying no property and getting schools and helping homeless motherfuckers. Ain't nobody really doing none of that. Everybody just think about the gang shit. These people real out here don't have their parent. Like kids growing up without their parent, baby daddies out here dying all type of shit before they even meet their kids. Like we already getting it hard. Like
Hold on now,
shit.
Blaze. This sound like a whole new Blaze, and I
For
ain't never
real,
heard
we
Blaze
already
talk
getting it
like
hard.
this
So
before.
it's like, just learn how to, it's time to like step up for the low end. The low end need it. For real.
Wow, Blaze, you been going to church or something?
For real.
Cause last time we talked, you was cool, but you was a little too cool. I'm like, what the fuck, Blaze?
That jail time, that shit just taught me how to not just be so angry and so ready to pop off all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Show you how to calm down, like, cause like one wrong move could just change your whole life. Now you in that bitch with them angry ass, mad ass hoes forever. Them bitches will murder. They is mad up in there, like never going home, man. Like you ain't never going home. So now you mad at everybody want to beat everybody up every morning. You mad about the phone, bitch. The phone. This ain't your phone. Bob, shut up.
Now I know another thing you've been dealing with and trying to overcome is your Percocet addiction, right? How's that been going?
Ooh. I can't lie. One thing I would tell my fans. That shit hard to let go. I'm be honest. When you do perks, people don't understand the feeling of a perk and why we do it. A perk is really like it's a muscle relaxer. Like you feel so calm. Like you don't have a fuck in the world to give when you off a perk. I'm not gonna lie. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about no, you just be so chill and so calm. You don't give a fuck. Like you don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm chilling. That's how the perk do you. Like you just be chilling. Like I feel like when I ain't off no perk, I be doing too much. Like cause it's just me and my aura and my energy. Like I just be so ready to treat a motherfucker. But when I'm off a perk, I just be, it low key make you aggressive too sometimes. Like you will be treating a motherfucker like, come on, all that. Like you is gonna do that. But at the most part, it keep you calm. You're gonna be getting high with the shit. So, that shit low key. I ain't with that Tony Montana shit though. Like I ain't on none of that sniffing shit though. That shit a whole different level. That's crackhead shit. Different level to the perks. Like I feel like if you could sniff a perk, you could buy a rock from off the street for $10 and sniff that shit too. Like that's just how I feel. Like that shit ain't right. I don't fuck with that shit. But I don't judge people. Like if that's what you choose to do, how you want to do it, that's how you want to do it. But I just feel like that's a different level to doing a drug. Like if that's the case, I don't think that was meant to be sniffed because it would have been made to be sniffed. It's not made in powder. It's made as a pill. So why the fuck would you break it down like that? But it is what it is, though. To each his own.
They definitely be sniffing.
That's a fool.
They definitely be sniffing. So, yeah, going back to your Facebook, and the most recent drama you had on there, right? It's with one of the hottest rappers in Chicago right now, Von off 1700. Now, we knew about you and Muda, but we didn't know about you and Von.
You bitches know how we coming. We best not love me, do it. Right. That shit with Von was like some years ago. Like, it was never supposed to hit the
Right, because he
fan.
said it was before he was on, right?
It was soon as that song came out. We're going to be honest. It was soon as that song came out. It was really I really was, he really been on my heels for a little minute. But I chose that little time, But it was like Christmas Eve and shit. So I'm like, you want me to kick it with you on Christmas Eve? Bitch, what you got for me for Christmas? Like, what you doing? Like, what? So right. Shit, he had a little head for me, little head, and some little money and shit, G. So I felt good, shit. Like, Von a cool person though, but it's just how you want to battle because I'm trolling the next bitch and you gonna troll me. I ain't even trolling you. Like, what you say me for? So now it's like I had to tell the real because it's like he tried to put it out there like, nah, that ain't how it went. I got the net and then, got the money and then, you blew up. Congratulations to you. I got you could do it head. You believe in yourself head, So, shit, it is what it is with that one, but it's just like how he went about it. Like, niggas be forgetting, like, where you come from. Like, you forgot you eat ass and shit. Like, you forgot all that because you be around Lil Baby. Like, you still eat ass, gang. Like, only if the world knew. Like, niggas be crazy, though. That's what niggas do on the internet, though, man. To each his own. I ain't gonna lie.
So, who exposed who?
Basically... you got me being messy. So basically, he went live on DCG and them live, and he was saying some shit about the next bitch. So she was already trolling me about another situation. So I took that upon myself, like, yeah, bitch, you trolling me, bitch. And you just did that little one, little two, bitch. You thought the world wasn't gonna find out. You know how we do. We troll each other on Facebook all the time. I don't even pay the bitch no man. I just be trolling with the bitch. Like, I feel like I get a bitch a storyline now because it's like outside of music, she don't have no story. I feel like me and Amari is her. But, we gonna troll with this shit, So I be trolling with her. She's like, she trolled my situation, so I tried to troll her back. He clapped my ass down. I'm down. But I come back. You know how I come back. Ain't no motherfucker finna just clap me down. So I have to, eat them up real quick.
Yeah. The viewers gotta know, like, Blazing Dog is a real Chicago woman. Like if you all the way in Australia or something and you watching DJ UTV right now, like, yeah, this how this young ladies be in Chicago. Blazing Dog, you look at that one right now. She don't play no games.
At all, and I treat the shit out you and bake the out you. Like, your ass not even gonna want to talk to me no more.
And I saw you post like a fight compilation of all the
bill whooping ass. I just had to make it clear. Like, don't get it misconstrued because I ain't been fighting the minute I whoop ass.
So you done fought people we done had on the couch before.
Oh, y'all, that girl did. I've been whooped her though. Like I whooped her ass like 3 different occasions. That's what's so crazy. But you know, people get on this couch, like I said, and portray an image. You know, I whooped her ass three different occasions. Okay, look, the first time it was in high school. Boom, that's the little video you saw. Second time, she tried to come on my block with somebody else, and the girl said she wanted to fight me, but it backfired on her because when they got there, the girl didn't even want to fight me no more. So I ended up beating her ass just because y'all came me. I thought y'all was going to fight me on my block. And then stopped the bus on them and got their ass beat on the bus again. Then I caught the bitch again. Somewhere else, I caught the bitch again. I'd have caught this bitch on so many different occasions. I can't do not like, man, these people, they not like that. Like, that bitch ain't like that. She could do all that. And then to see that she on here like chasing a clout from a nigga that said her pussy dry is just, you know, it's crazy. Like, you trying to get clout out TJ and TJ won't f with you how he say he was. Like, you probably like, what, help or something, but bitch, you ain't who you say you is, girl. You ain't that lady. Like, you want, no. TJ was a hoe. Everybody knew that. Like, she wasn't no 101, none of that. Bitch, you was right along with everybody else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I respect the fact that girls can fight. You know, niggas don't fight. You know
That's what we supposed to do, though. Like, as a bitch, you supposed to fight. On my soul, you can't fight.
Niggas supposed to fight
at a certain extent, cause it be like y'all got so trained to, you know. I feel like niggas that got trained to kill as a young age. You know, it start out with chastising you, then they go up to bigger shit. Well, motherfucker introduce you to bigger shit as a male. As a female, you gotta fight. And you gonna grow up. If you don't know how to fight, you gonna get your ass dragged. That just, you gonna be at school, get your ass dragged all through the school. If you don't know how to fight, you just gonna be just don't have a mouth if you don't know how to fight, cause you just fight. As a girl, you supposed to know how to fight, cause how you gonna defend yourself? Right. Bitch, you ain't, like, what you wanna do all that for? Like, all that gun shit, that shit be cute now till you in Cook County. Fight for your life. Like, that shit, bitches be fried.
Yeah. So what you think about the drama between the name Doll, right? Cash Doll, Asian Doll, you know. Asian Doll felt like Cash Doll was, you know, Cash Doll say she the first doll, you know.
I'm gonna say this. I feel like I'm team Cash Doll. I ain't gonna lie. I love Cash Doll. I just love her. Like, I just feel like she show how you don't need a nigga for shit. She one of them type of rappers that real loud show how you don't need a nigga to be successful. Like, she real loud rap music to show like you could be independent, get your own money, bitch, get your own chain, get your own. She speak on getting her own. So that's why I really fuck with her music and gravitate towards her. But the shit they got going, like, it ain't nothing to argue about because shit, like, ain't nobody really putting on for the dolls right now. If you really want to be technical, like Cash Doll, she retiring. And on top of that, it's like she pregnant, but before she got pregnant, she was barely dropping shit. And then on top of that, it's like Cuban doll, you don't rap it out no more. Like, it's like, who the fuck rap that's a doll right now? It's only me. If you want to be technical, ain't nobody really putting in that music shit with the doll shit. Like, so I feel like it ain't nothing to argue about. At the end of the day, that shit a name. Like, if you take a name too personal, you feel like you put the name on, then
Back to this loose cannon acting, man. This nigga, man. This shit, man. Mm-hmm.
Guarantee you, y'all won't pull up, drop your lows, none of that, bro. Y'all know who y'all playing with. I just told both of y'all, let's get cracking.
What's good, y'all? Is it really Trouble in Paradise for one of the most entertaining, polarizing tandems on YouTube? Let's find out.
But we have word coming through that there might be trouble in paradise between you and Loose Cannon. You guys are kind of on the outs, or what's going on?
Nah, what you mean?
I've been hearing things, and I saw a video that he made where he was thanking everybody him while he was locked up, listed off a ton of different names, didn't say your name. That really stood out to me. And then he makes another video in which he basically says that the exposers are no more.
The exposers is mine.
Right.
Exposers was around a year before Luce Cannon jumped into the car to the exposure. That's a Clubhouse click.
Let's play this clip.
You
just
know
so
how long
people
we've been doing paperwork on Clubhouse?
peep the assets. Let's check this out.
What's this? Let me see.
Look, when a nigga try to make some content out of me, and we supposed to be on the same team, it's fucking nigga for life. Dead homies. It ain't no more exposures with me. Neighborhood crip. You better stay with your nigga.
Is that for you?
Somebody running content on it.
Who was running content on him? Because you were hating on him. You were acting like the arrest was fake.
No, it's like I'm not a dummy. I'm not stupid.
Okay.
Titles don't, you see a title, right? A title make you click.
Uh-huh.
But once you click, you listening, right?
Yeah.
So if the title says GMC, the best car ever, and you click the title and it's all about a Porsche.
Okay.
I'm not going to leave that saying GMC is the best car ever.
So you saw the footage of Luce getting arrested.
No, I've never seen no footage of Luce getting arrested.
Well, there wasn't footage of him getting arrested, but there was footage that his girl posted of a bunch of cop cars around what was supposedly
pull it up and
his
see
house.
what you want to see what the heading says?
Yeah, we can find it.
Actually, yeah, like, bro, like at the end of the day, I don't wish jail on nobody, and I'm not gonna report a motherfuckers in jail that I don't know that's in jail.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
But we have the video right. Where is it? We gotta find Luce Cannon here. Oh, there it is.
What does the heading say?
Luce Cannon's home appears to be surrounded by cops. The entire block is surrounded. See, this is my news team choosing to
that's
be.
cap.
They're choosing to be like very dedicated to the truth because
that wasn't what the one said that they brought to me. My room asked me about it. I got a clip of what I said.
But people on my team tend to do like pretty reasonable titles and captions, whereas this seems like it's true. His home appears to be surrounded by cops. It's like they're trying to not get sued, even though nobody would sue you for that kind of thing. Let's just show the clip for the people at home.
The entire block is surrounded. They will not let me come home. We have an entire police force outside. Oh my God. My husband is home. I'm just praying that he's okay.
I'm gonna tell me what
they won't let me through.
So you saw this and immediately just and that this is all bullshit.
No, I saw a clickbait title. I saw a title that says Luce Cannon, the feds got him or something, right?
Okay. This does not appear to be the feds. This is local police, right?
Why don't I even get that far? When I click the video, I know it's White's voice.
That sounds like her.
She
Posted her story.
She said, my husband is at home. I hope he's okay. Okay, I'm not the 70% of the idiots, right?
Okay.
The title, the real one, said something about Luce Cannon's house is surrounded and the feds got it or some shit, right? So when I click it.
Hey, it's Buckley. We just kicked off an exciting partnership between the US Sail GP team and Beatbot. The AquaSense 2 Ultra, taking pool care to a whole new level. It takes care of everything. Floor, walls, and waterline to the surface. Plus, it even clarifies the water. It's pretty much everything you need to keep your pool in top shape, all in one go.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Right? She says that her block is blocked off. She don't have access to her home. And her husband is at home. I hope he's okay. Now, you tell me what about that says that he's in jail?
But then he put out a statement saying that he just got out of jail and that he was arrested.
Yeah, okay. That's later, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I do when it's some motherfucker I fuck with supposed to be in jail?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna call his people. Right?
Okay.
They don't answer. You know what I do at that point? I sit back. I'm not gonna go with my voice and scream my people in jail.
Right.
Because I don't know that he's in jail.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't know because he's in jail.
And to be fair,
everybody called me. His homies, his close homies. Brick baby.
Yeah.
Everybody called me.
Brick was supposedly trying to bail him out. That's what it said on Luce's
Well, I mean, that's
story.
a little different because Brick was on my phone down there 30 minutes. So I don't know. Because he called me at a certain time and I say, bro, I don't know.
Luce reposted something that somebody posted today where it basically said that he was no longer cool with you and that he is now cool with Brick Baby. He reposted that. That doesn't seem like he would repost that unless there was some truth to
me, bro. Understand this. I'm Wack100.
Right.
I come how I come. Right? Hey, somebody ran content on me. I don't know who ran content on it. It was content on the Clubhouse app.
You didn't make content about
Do
it,
you
right?
think they asked me, they say what? I said, what are you talking about? They read it. I said, I didn't see him go to jail. They played it. I said, I didn't hear her say he went to jail. I'm not going to put a nigga I fuck with in jail if I don't know he's in jail. Secondly, where I come from, our women are not going to broadcast we're in jail.
Right.
We go to jail.
That definitely occurred to me.
But again, she never said he was in jail.
Much like Rockstar getting yelled at by Black Sam, if you're in a sticky situation, why is your girl making content out of it?
I mean, not even with that. She never said he was in jail.
Right.
And I'm going to be real. I would think that, like mine would call him, she would call me.
Right.
I called 600. I got everybody, his immediate circle calling me. I'm like, I don't know. Nigga, I'm not finna go to no internet talking about Luce Cannon in jail.
The back of the police officer's shirt right here appears to say police negotiations.
That's negotiations.
Isn't that a little weird too? Like if they were just raiding his house looking for shit, why would they?
There's a whole nother case that was going on at the same time as that. I don't know if it was a different part of Vegas. I don't know. Only thing I know is this. I'm not the guy to go to a fucking internet and scream one of my partners is in jail.
Right.
Knowing he got a wife, he got kids. Knowing his team, his immediate team, is calling me, asking me what's going on. You know what that means if he's in jail at that time?
What?
His wife and kids is by themselves. You get what I'm saying? The minute Wack says he's in jail, whether he's in jail or not, you feel me? Motherfuckers gonna think he in jail. You might have a motherfucker out there slick with bad intentions. You get what I'm saying? So for me to go screaming he in jail, I'm in violation. Damn, bro, why you, whether I'm in jail or not, you saying I'm in jail might make a motherfucker like they can move, they can come to my crib, but do some, you know, they didn't put it up on the internet before.
Right.
As they did all our spots, right? So when a motherfucker asks me, I'm going to say, well, it's nothing about that clip that tells me he's in jail. That's it. I'm never going to attempt to bail a motherfucker out that don't have a bail. If you got a bail, then we going to run that.
All right, real quick. I know everybody was thinking, including myself, maybe this is a play. Wack has done this in the past. It's well orchestrated and everything like that. But then you be around long enough and you get that little sense that I don't think this is a play. And Adam even brought up, if I was going to do a play like this, I would have let you know. So when Adam went to walk his dog and he was going to act like he was doing the rainbow thing, he let Wack know. So that way, Wack wasn't shot and then Wack could troll and support him on the side. He never got that call from Luce. This don't seem like a play. Luce seemed like he got legitimate problems with what the Exposers is doing, but the Exposers been doing this for years. For real, paperwork parties, and everybody don't like it, especially if you in that lifestyle. You understand? But then there's the media aspect, and if it's on the internet, you can talk about it, so it's a fine line. Anyway, let's get back to it, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
But in this situation, bro, I'm sitting back and I'm waiting. I got calls all the way to like 4, 5 o'clock. Brick Baby hit me at 2:30. Hey, bro, I ain't called. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I don't know.
Right.
No, I mean, I don't know if he was calling to find out. He never mentioned, bail was never a conversation, because that conversation with me, a dude's first call is usually to his woman. You get what I'm saying? And he got my woman number like I got his woman number.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? If he's trying to get a hold of me and I don't pick up, he'll call R&B. And if I'm asleep, R&B will wake me up. So I called his woman.
You know Harbor Freight for affordability, but durability goes right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Hand-battered North Atlantic cod with savory tartar sauce. Crispy butterfly jumbo shrimp with signature cocktail sauce. These are fish fry favorites you don't want to dive into delicious with a classic Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
At 11:30 or so. When I got the clip, I'm not finna run to the internet, loose cannon in jail. That ain't my thought. I got wishful thinking. I'm hoping this ain't what it is when I see it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna call this woman, right? Sometimes I tell my girl, hey, shut down, don't talk to nobody. So, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna sit back and wait. Maybe he'll call her to call me, whatever. But nevertheless, when people are asking me, I had nothing to say or show he was in jail. That doesn't tell me he's in jail. She's saying they got my neighborhood blocked off. That's what she's saying.
Right.
So,
so he appears frustrated though. He appears done with the exposers. What's your read on the situation? You haven't had a conversation with him yet?
AD is done with no jumper, right?
Clearly, yeah.
Was no jumper here before AD?
Yeah.
Was you not hearing about the exposers before Luce came onto our team?
I don't really feel like you were pushing the brand name.
Bro, we've been exposing on Clubhouse for years.
For sure.
That's some Clubhouse shit. All my research team, all the other people, they all from Clubhouse. But he got his right. I don't give a what a motherfucker don't want to be a part of. I don't give a if my woman don't want to be a part of my life. Whatever that man, you got to remember, like, when I'm assisting somebody, I'm assisting somebody. If a motherfucker don't want that assistance or don't want to be part of whatever that is, that's his right. You get what I'm saying? That didn't start with him. It's not going to end with him. It's just something I created. I don't even know where I got it from. I started saying it. When Luce came around, that's what we was rocking. He just joined the squad. If he don't want to, what it does is right. He's saying the exposers. So when he say the exposers, I don't know. I don't know. This don't make sense because I think I would have been in violation if I'd have said he was in jail.
Right.
If I go to screaming, Luce Cannon in jail, knowing he got a fucking infant baby,
right,
and his wife over there at home, right? To me, that's like, nigga, come on, bro. Why you let, you know what I'm saying? Now people know I ain't there, right?
But you could probably just call him and like put all this to bed, right? Or no?
I mean, listen, everybody's phone work the same way.
So you're expecting him to call you?
No, he don't even have to do that. If he feel he want to call me, he call me. If he don't want to call me, he don't call me. I'm like that with my own children. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect them to check in with me every day. They grown, they doing it. They want to call pops. They call pops. When I want to call kids, I call my kids. So at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. I didn't see little clips about 600. He don't think he really like what 600 doing. 600 ain't doing nothing wrong. He reporting what's on the internet.
All right, y'all, there it is, man. Now, at the taping of the Adam Wack show, which would have been 3 days ago, I think he tapes on Thursday or Friday, possibly for a Sunday release. He wouldn't have been privy to the information that we privy to now. So the recent clips I just put up about Luce clarifying, finding problems in quote unquote cop activity, even though the exposers really just do what's on the internet. Now, when they speculate, maybe that's what he has a problem with when they have theories and theorize and things, it may seem like they doing the work for the detectives. You know, it's a fine line, man, when you're in that paperwork game. And the fact that it's an open case cause some concern as well, you know what I mean? But in the media, that's what you do. So you got to pick a side with that. And if you of that life, it might rub you the wrong way. So we'll see how it plays out. We'll see what Wack got to say. Because like I said, at the time of that taping, all of this wasn't available to him. So I'm looking for something this evening on Clubhouse, and I'll bring it to you as soon as we find out. So stay tuned, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Till next time, we out.
On CarParts.com, you get access to over 1 million quality parts.
Oh, that's my speed!
What's this?
It's complicated.
Can you feel the crispy chili and the garlicky goodness? Savory sesame. The umami is just layers packed with flavor. Lee Kum Kee Chili Crisp Oil. Deliciously complicated.
Let's start this video off like this. I want to thank the Lord above for being my Lord and Savior, for getting me through all the times, good and bad. I want to thank my team for being my team. Let's rock it out. I fear no one. I walk with him. Welcome. What's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy ODM Slim. And now back again. Another one. We got a lot of things to do, a lot of content to get into. So let's get into this content. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. Young and half-face said he need a fake. Sheesh, sheesh. It ain't nothing, cuz. You my nigga and all that. You my nigga. You know the truth. You know the truth. You know the truth. But that picture in the beginning, you a cold nigga. Young and half-face. Don't care nothing what the check say, nigga. Let's get to this content, though. We ain't playing your song or nothing, nigga. Straight up. Fuck that. Get directly to the content. Nigga, ain't promote nothing. Straight up. Boom. We starting right there, nigga. All right. So, let me give y'all a little breakdown of what happened, man. Little young ant, break it down. I'm going to break it down with young ant. F all that. Yeah, I said it. F all that. Young ant, talk, nigga.
What the fuck?
Bring you another one like the other one.
Yeah.
Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing. Press that button. And if you ring that notification.
Don't it sound like he said like and subscribe? Like and subscribe. It's like in, nigga. Next time you say in, young ant, get a better little, like and subscribe.
Phil, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy, Young and Hefe. And I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. hot topics today is pertaining to no other than ODM Slim. ODM Slim pulled an old dirty man move on.
For bitch. Oh, dirty move, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. Got me fucked up, young at. You wasn't no milk watchers. You wasn't no milk watchers, huh, young ant? Let me find out young ant was one of the milk watchers. Watching the white boy. You got your game for the white boy, huh, Ant?
And we got to get down to the bottom of this.
Yes, sir.
And I'm really not knowing how to feel about this situation because peep game.
Okay.
So yesterday, I was in the feds with this guy named Johnny Blaze, you know what I'm saying? That's out of the Baldwin Hill Village area, the Black Pea Stones. He called me. Matter of fact, he ain't even called me. My boy Dope Boy from Shotgun hit me like, hey, why? Somebody right here looking for you, asking me, and they go by the name of Johnny Blaze. Is it a go or is it a no? So I venture off through the Rolodex of my memory. Where do I know a Johnny Blaze from?
This nigga is Rolodex of my memory. This nigga is a good storyteller, though. Rolodex of my memory.
Besides the
I don't want to
sweater.
hear this shit. Let's get directly to it, Ant.
Bing. The bell goes off in my head. Okay, I do know a Johnny Blaze I was in the feds with. So I'm like, yeah, I know Johnny Blaze. What's up with Johnny Blaze? My boy, like, man, he right here on Florence and Western. I brought y'all the story yesterday where the young dude who was killed in my neighborhood on Florence and Western doing the robbery after that takeover at 3 a.m. a few days ago, and or anywhere from a week to 5 days ago or something like that. However, I dropped a segment yesterday pertaining to what was on my mind and how I was feeling on Instagram. And, you know, a lot of people was tapping in pertaining to the segment. A lot of people was reposting it and things like that. So my segment came across ODM Slim desk. ODM Slim phoned in to me, called me. What's up, bro? What you got going on? What you doing? Woo, woo. Oh, man, I ain't on nothing. I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm on my way about to run to my little spot, you know, and handle some little business.
Right.
So ODM Slim like, bro, what's up, bro? You know it's the what's this little festival they got out here? You know it's Rolling Loud, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? I got my ticket to Rolling Loud. You know, I'm going to Rolling Loud, bro. You know, you need to tap in with some of the bros. You know, people got tickets to Rolling Loud. You know, tap in with Woot Woot and them. They got some tickets.
Why you telling all that, nigga? Damn. God damn, you gotta tell every fucking word for word? Fuck. Damn. Nigga, go ahead.
So when ODM Slim say this, I'm like, look, ODM Slim, I'm not about to call nobody for no Rolling Loud ticket. I'm not about to call nobody, you know what I'm saying, asking for a ticket, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that, because I feel like if these people got these tickets and if they got enough to where it can go around or they can give one out that would bring me to Rolling Loud, I feel that they had me at mine and or will call me. You know what I'm saying? If they don't owe me nothing. I'm not mad at anything like that because I really don't care. And I wasn't thinking about going to Rolling Loud, but being that you put Rolling Mind on my mind now, you know what I'm saying? So, however, I tell ODM Slim, you know how I'm not with calling people phone, asking people for tickets, you know. I'll buy one before I ask for one. You know, I don't care how hard body somebody said they
He said that. He said all that. He said that. I give that. He said that.
rock with you, they your bro, this and that, or whatever the case may be. I'm still gonna support first and foremost. I'll buy a ticket before I ask for one for free. I don't care how close we is. That's just how I get down, or how close I think we is, or you say we are. So, you know, I relay this to ODM Slim. So ODM Slim, like, man, I feel you, man. ODM Slim was like, well, you know, my folks, they look out for me, you know what I'm saying? They gave me one. You know, I'm gonna be there up in the building. You know what I'm saying, bro? I want you to come with me. I said, that's out. I'm not gonna ask nobody. So ODM Slim say, man, you know what? Man, I'm gonna get you a ticket. If I get you a ticket, you gonna go with me? I'm like, for sure, bro. If you get me a ticket, I'm gonna definitely slide with you. He like, for sure. Furthermore, after we get off the Rolling Loud situation, I tell him, you know, pertaining to his expertise of him being on the social net for a minute, like, hey, I need some help with you setting something up on my laptop for me. I bought this laptop 6-7 months ago and ain't even used this thing, you know what I'm saying, but to check a few things, but I don't use it to do reactions. I don't use it to do nothing. So, you know, come set this thing up for me because I'm not too computer savvy on this end or what I need to do with this thing, being that you got the whole setup. You've been running on this net longer than me. Set me up. He like, bet. Long story short, ODM Slim dropped through to the spot. I greet him. You know what I'm saying? He come in. I pull the laptop out. He go right to work. Showing me what's what, explaining things to me to where, you know what I'm saying, I would get it.
Right.
After that, or lines of him explaining, I asked him, you know what I'm saying, you want to blow? He's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, go ahead, twist up.
Right.
He twist up. We spark up. We chop it up. He, you know what I'm saying, get to talking back about Rolling Loud. Yeah, bro.
God damn, this motherfucker take it to them step to step. Step by step. Head ass nigga. God damn. You could have cut about 15. You good at this content. You got 7 minutes in here and you ain't even said nothing about the issue yet. You are good. Woo!
You're gonna be up in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Rolling Loud, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go get my boy YBG. I'm like, who is YBG? He like, Young Berry Gordy. I'm like, oh, all right, for sure. Whatever, you know what I'm saying, the case may be. So he like, for sure. So he like, look, this is what I'm about to do. I'm gonna hit AD, see if he got a ticket for you. I'm like, do that. I off through the house, go do what I do or whatever. I come back. ODM Slim say he hit AD. AD like, oh yeah, man, you know, I got a ticket, you know what I'm saying? We talking about Fig Community AD, you know what I'm saying? I never met him, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, but, you know, salute.
So AD, this your fault, AD. Let's go ahead and put that right now. It's AD's fault. Straight up. Let's go ahead and put that out there right now. AD, it's your fault. And when I go to Fig, when I go back to Community tomorrow, I'm telling you, AD, this is your fault. You started this. You started this, AD. Because if I would have had my tickets, I had the tickets already, and I had to wait for you to go Orange County and Texas and all that type of stuff. And we had to wait to the front, and the people at the front gate didn't lose the tickets. Then what? Oh yeah, young ass shit too. I forgot. Boom. We didn't get him. We did some illegal things to get in.
Shout out to them guys over that way. He like, you know, I talked to AD. AD, you know what I'm saying, said he got a ticket for you. You know, you cool. You know what I'm saying? He cool. You cool as hell. You know, he messed with your content or whatever, or your person. You know what I'm saying? He got one for you.
But goddamn, I didn't want you to tell the whole conversation. No, he said that though. He said all that. He said all them words. He good. I fuck with young content. I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? He good nigga. He said all of them. He said that.
I gotta go pick him up. So I'm like, bet. So ODM Slim like, look, I'm gonna go pick the tickets up and go pick Young Berry Gordy up. You get dressed. I'm gonna swoop back up on you. Or you say you can meet me. We on our way to Rolling Loud.
Facts.
I'm like, bet. So instead of following my first mind and saying F Rolling Loud, I don't care about no Rolling Loud or anything like they ain't got me performing. I let
he said that. He said, nigga, Rolling Loud in LA. Nigga, I ain't performing. Nigga, I'm performing Rolling Loud, nigga. Fuck all that, nigga. Hey, I ain't perform Rolling Loud, nigga.
Talk me in to go on a Rolling Loud and tell me that he gonna get me a ticket and tell me that he got the ticket and tell me to get dressed.
No, I didn't have the ticket. I didn't got the ticket. I didn't say I got the ticket. I didn't say I got the ticket. If I said I had the ticket, but I'd have told you, come on. That's some crip. I never told you I got the ticket. I never said I was going to get the tickets. I'm finna go get them. He never met up with. He said, meet us at Rolling Loud. I'm a nigga with my ticket already. I'm outside the whole time. I didn't get in to 9:30-ish. Nigga, I could have been in at 4. 1. I'm waiting on 80 the whole time for my other 2 niggas. For these 2 niggas. Informed us that, no, they took us in the front. We finally got a hold to him. We get to security got, I don't know what them things went. Somebody else came and got them. What? So we did took mines off, slid it across the machine, get past him, and I walked off. Just like that. Boom. They did it a couple times. T-Fly got in. Everybody had to get in. That's how it happened. It didn't happen nothing other than that. Hey, they fucked this up. All of us.
I go out my way, take this shower, freshen myself up. You know what I'm saying? Go inside the wardrobe, pull some things out. You know what I'm saying? Fresh to wear. I get dressed. As I'm getting dressed, I hit ODM Slim. Hey, everything good? Oh, yeah, everything's still good. You know what I'm saying? Are you sure?
Look, so that about this time.
No, for sure. I'm on my way to go.
No, listen. This time, let's back up a little bit. When he asked me, everything straight? I'm like, yeah, because this time it's 7 o'clock. This 7 o'clock now. Hey, he said I'm gonna be there at 7. At rolling out at 7. Dead homies. Remember that? Hey, he said I'm gonna be there at 7. Now, AD they got their own little straight going. They going through like VIP type shit, right? Dead homies. They coming through at 7. So I'm thinking, at 7, it's not. Young Barry Gordy gonna get the things. Young Barry Gordy jumped out the car already. He jumped in his own car. Straight out, he jumped in somebody else's car. He riding around in somebody else's car the whole time. Until AD finally answered and said, hey, the ticket's up front. That's when it was not a no bueno.
Me, AD, to pick the tickets up right now. I'm like, all right, for sure. So after I finish getting dressed, do everything, freshen up, I'm sitting around the house, I twist me one up, I get to smoking. I still don't hear them about 2-3 hours and went past. So then I phone in one of my other partners, hey, bro, pull up. You know what I'm saying? My partner, we pull up, we get in traffic, you know what I'm saying? We end up at the little hookah lounge, you know what I'm saying? We blowing, we chilling. Still waiting for ODM Slim. Hit ODM Slim. Is that a yay or nay? Now, I'm not getting no response from ODM Slim.
Listen, where my phone at? I'm going to get the timelines. I get the timeline right now. Rolling Out is from 1 to 11. It's a good timeline. Now, mind you, I got my ticket the day before. Young Barry Gordy waiting on AD for the ticket of the day of. So when I figured that out, I said, let me ask him for another one for Young Gang Hefe the day of, right? So I didn't, let me see what Young Gang Hefe. Young Gang. All right. It's a yay and nay. So boom. Now listen. All right, the first one he say, who AD? I said, AD said, well, it's cool. He said, when is over? What time is it over? I say 11 p.m. Oh, it's shit tonight? So at this time, he didn't even know it was tonight. This is at 7, this is at 5 o'clock. He didn't even know it was today. I'm like, yeah, it's all day. You know what I'm saying? He just picked up. I'm about to meet him. This is when he first picked up. Boom. This is at 7:15. Pick up. About to meet him, right? That's what Gary Gordy said about me too. Listen, at 9:40, Young and Hefe text me. 9:40. That's still on or not. At 9:40, I look at that. I probably looked at that motherfucker at like 10 or something. Like, oh, cuz. Mind you, I'm off the shots. That motherfucker, right? Knowing I worked Rolling Loud many of years. I'm so faded that I'm walking by trying to buy more drink with cash on live. And I know because I've worked Rolling Loud for the last 4 years. And I know I worked with Rolling Loud for the last 4 years in different positions. That's why even Smack tell you that, oh, he was at Rolling Loud. I worked with Rolling Loud for the last 4 years. And I know all the things are card only. I'm so faded already. Nigga, I'm like, I got an hour. I had an hour. And like 20, I had an hour, like 30 minutes. Because I got in like 9:25-ish type shit. I had like an hour. So when Young Ant hit me, nigga, I'm already on live. He probably seen it on live. That's why he probably text me. Because I'm on live before. I don't see it till I drop the live. Young Ant. I had to shut the live down. And then see your shit. It's late. It's late in the game now. And we ain't got nothing but 30-something minutes. How I can do this?
Log into YouTube, and what do I see?
Get up there, sit down, sit down. Look at this. Look. Now look. Look. How y'all doing? Oh, y'all look. Look what's behind me. Look how. It's my content today. I'm gonna flag you, nigga. I'm gonna flag your ass, nigga. Fuck that. Flag you. Look. I'm walking from La Brea. I am walking from La Brea to Prairie. I am walking from La Brea, Hawthorne Boulevard, Prairie. I am walking. Car parked all the way down there somewhere. I'm up here talking, step in the name of love. Drunk as fuck. Step in the name of love. You got the festival? Yeah, I'm up here, man. I'm fucking around waiting for the YBG, this nigga all up here. I'm finna go inside right now, okay? Now, look at that. I fuck around, wait for YBG, that nigga already up in there. He already to the front already. He's saying, hey, they got tickets up here in the front already. The security guard, this one found out the security guard. So I'm like, oh shit, let me go park. So it's this long ass line of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm game. See me walking, young man. Boy, shit, what's the deal, man? Oh, nigga, Arthur Eaglewoods. Saying cuz, crip, all type of shit. Eaglewood. Big motion, you know the truth. What's good, gang? What's good, gang? You fucking big. That fucking battery is crazy. Fucking battery is fucking nuts. Versus Wack. They're chasing me. The police is chasing me right now. Fuck up. I bet. What up, man? What's good? Clear back,
She and Jesse, I'm gonna kick her to the curb because it looks kind of heavy like.
What's up, girl? What's up, man? What's up with you niggas, girl? Drunk ass. What you doing up here? Man, come on, cuz. I'm media. I do my media, cuz. I do. Now, look, you see that? That's T flying right there. That's T flying right there. That's T flying him. Look, that's T flying right there, right? Now I'm about to have to go pay some money and drop off my damage. I can't come with that. I can't come in with it. Wait, I'm gonna go take it back. Oh my God! Now I have to pay $25. $25. Oh, no, yeah. Watch out. Shiny like a motherfucker. Shiny.
So there y'all see it right there. I look up. That's what's going on. This man is in Inglewood. This man is at Rolling Loud. He talking about why BG young Barry Gordy left him. He was supposed to have been going to pick him up. This man had me get dressed, shower, and basically left me out. Instead of looking at that text that was delivered through his phone that you know.
No, listen, the text. Listen. Ask him what time that text was. That nigga making content, y'all. Tell him I told nigga 11 at 5 that it was hour 11. He texted me at 9:40. 9:40. You got an hour and 20 minutes. Did this motherfucker before we close down? 9:40. You see me walking, and that's what you seen it, and then text me. That means I got into Rolling Loud 9:40. No, I was on live. I was on live. And I seen it after I went off live. Is that time I seen it after I went off live? No, I seen it live inside there. No, I was inside off live. Nah, this before he didn't see that. He lying, y'all. He lying. He had to see something else. He seen with the music playing, so he can't play that. Nah, he lying.
You seen and answer back, oh, bro, it's all bad. Oh, man, bro, man, my bad. I had to do this, man. Barry Gordy did this. I had to rush up here and do this. Don't answer back. Allow me to get dressed. Allow me to shower. Allow me to step out with nowhere to go.
Lying, bro.
Got me think that I'm on my way to Rolling Loud.
Lying.
And I look
lying. You're a liar. You're lying. Stop lying, young cat. Shut your mouth, commenter. Let me commentate. Please. Shut it up. Shut it up. You are a liar. Young ant, why are you lying? You hit me at 9:40, young ant. I forgot about you. Yeah, that's my fault. I can say that as a grown-ass man. I should have forgot about you. I say that. But you are making up fairy tales, young ant Hefe. You're hitting me at, ask that nigga young ant Hefe. Will y'all see this? Tell young ant, what time did he text you, young ant Hefe? Watch him make the video. Tell him make a video about the time he text me. When that text was delivered to ODM Slim. Young ant Hefe. Don't care about nothing what the check say. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
He's there. Still ain't returned the phone call today. Ain't said nothing. Hey, man, why, man, my bad.
Listen, Listen, young ant. See, that's what I'm saying. You my nigga. And I can politic with you because you my boy. I'm West Side rolling. You my nigga. Dad, I can politic with you. You my nigga, fool. So, if you didn't see the content earlier, I got into it earlier and had to split it and go outside. I was in a whole lot of different today. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but if you haven't, I would send it to you right this minute on your IG because I was in a lot of shit today. And I just leave it as that. Well, I don't want to bring that back up. You know what I'm saying? I just be like that. You know what I'm saying? But
I had fun, man. Dang, man, you know what I'm saying? This happened. And, man, I'm trying to think, how do I go about this situation? You old, dirty, you done pulled that move, bro. You know better, ODM Slim. The reason why you called my phone yesterday was pertaining to this same type of method and madness.
No, see, don't do that. Don't do that, because that's... No. Don't do that. Listen. Man, don't do that, bro. Now you can feel like I'm bad. You a bad man. Fuck. Man, this nigga young ant, cuz. This nigga tripping, bro. Come on, fool. Don't do that, young ant. You gotta, nah, fool. Nah, don't do that, young ass. Nah, you can't do that. Okay, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that, bro. I'm not taking that, bro. I'm not taking that. Straight up. No. No. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Now, even when I seen that at 10 o'clock, I should have texted you back. Because I seen that at 10 after I got off live. So if you look at my live, y'all can go see my regular video and my live that I was walking around, the last one. That's when he texted me in between that lives. So when I got off that live, that's when I seen his text message. I didn't see his text message before I did, you know what I'm saying? I got this phone. So after the live went off, iPhone to where it just automatically come to the top, all that. I seen the text message after the live went off. After I took the live off, it said, boop. Then I see Young Ant. That was like at 10 something. I'm like, cuz. But it's no here or there. He right. I did tell him to come outside. I did tell him all that. So he right as fuck about that, right? He right as fuck. He right as fuck. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it real. He right as fuck on that part. YBG didn't get the tickets. YBG had to sneak in straight up. On that video that you see right there came in, that's T5 and them, T-Fly and his managers and all that shit, right? And they had to sneak in because it was nothing at the front desk for nobody. You know what I'm saying? We was finessing right there. So as I'm trying to finesse them in and all that type of shit and all that shit, it happened. You know? I see your shit afterwards. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Boom. I'm faded as a motherfucker on gang. I had all type of shit going on today. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even an excuse though, cuz I still should have got you guys back at you, but I was just like I was dedicated to the shit I was on. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was super dedicated to the shit I was on because that's the shit I was on today. Now tomorrow, I'll be at your doorstep, cuz. I'll pull up my nigga. You wanna get it out the way, whatever it is. You my nigga. You really my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pull up to you, man. Get this what I'm saying? Oh, there we go. At the end of my video, you already know how time I used to do. I like y'all like, comment, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, to the content. You know what I'm saying? If it's first time to the channel, please run it up. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up. You know what I'm saying? All my peoples, you know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what's going on. Do ODM Slim. I'm a bad friend. You know what I'm saying? I did kind of fuck up. This is my nigga. You understand me? He got in his tie. He need to fade. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. You understand me? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? ODM Slim, Young Ant, hey, fade, get out the way. Fade out the way, get out the way. Cause nigga ain't turned down nothing but name on my collar. Fuck that collar. You know what I'm saying? Young Ant said he need that. Oh, nigga, I'll be in LA tomorrow, Young Ant. Now I gotta be on a whole nother page tomorrow. I just was on this type of shit, Young Ant. I ain't trying to do this no more. But fuck it, nigga. Mud members. Like, comment, subscribe.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
You know what I hate more than anything? Terrible Chinese products. Did you know that those little things will shatter if you drop them? This is Stopbox, and the best part about it, it's all mechanical.
I don't need a Stopbox. I just need to teach my kids gun safety.
How are you going to teach a 1 or 2-year-old? Or what if I have one of my friends over and I didn't have enough time to teach them gun safety yet?
Okay, bud. I would never lock up my gun. If I need my gun, every second counts.
Where are you going to put it now?
I keep it in my drawer.
Nothing is faster to access than a Stopbox. It's even faster than your drawer. Let's do a test. Intruder! Intruder!
But if it's so easy, then just anybody could get into it.
Well, no, not really. You have to know your code and understand how it works. And trust me, it's not as easy as it looks.
Okay, but I would never put some batteries in electronics between me and my gun.
Well, good. The stop box is all mechanical, so it does not use batteries or electronics. It's also specifically designed to be used in the dark and under stress, so it won't lock you out if you accidentally press the wrong button.
Wait, I'm confused.
That's okay.
How does it work?
The stop box lock design is so unique, even the patent officer was like, this is the dopest thing I've ever seen. Probably. Here's how it works. Each finger button can move between 3 positions, so you can select between 81 combinations. Then you have to press down on the lid to disengage the lid pressure safety, then press the thumb lock and lift to open. When you consider all of these steps, there are hundreds of combinations that keep the stop box locked.
Couldn't someone just steal this?
Well, you can screw it down or use our security cable to secure it. The purpose of the to conceal and prevent immediate access to others while your gun is still in use. Unlike safes that are designed to be heavy and stationary, the stop box is made to be lightweight and portable so you can actually secure your firearm wherever you are. This is the bridge between the holster and the safe.
Wait, it's plastic?
The stop box is made out of glass-reinforced polycarbonate ABS and steel-reinforced. It can take more abuse than anything in its class.
Whoa!
So maybe you did use stop box.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our little skit. We get a lot of comments here on social media, and we try to respond to them. So with videos like this, we try to answer as many questions as possible. Right now, we're offering a buy one, get one free on our brand new Stopbox Pro. We do such a big promotion like this because rather than offering a 5% discount on sign-up or larger discounts around the holidays, we want to cut to the chase right now and give you our best offer. Ultimately, the quicker we go from introduction to lifetime customer, the less we have to spend on advertising. Therefore, taking the money that would have gone to Zuck and giving it back to you. Thank you for supporting American manufacturing and local jobs. It means the world to us. Remember, when you buy a Stopbox today, we'll send you a second one free on us. What do we say, Emma?
Be protected.
And keep it protected.
You borrow his car. I let you in my car. I let you in my car. Everybody know that. I said, look what you came to do. Everybody knows and watched me build you in the last 12 months. Everybody for me.
Thanks.
Nobody knew who you were. They watched me build you. So,
right.
And today, his first thing was I didn't go along with the fake police. T-Money dog for the top games. Nothing about that shit. T-Money just look at that shit. I said, bro, nobody believes you went to jail. The SWAT kicked your door in, you never went to jail, but you went to jail. The way your wife sounds doesn't sound believable. She never said you went to jail. She just said they got the street blocked off. So, I'm not going to promote that. Even if you did go to jail, I'm not going to tell mom you in jail.
Right.
You running around here with a million enemies, a woman over there by herself with a new one. Why the fuck would I take you? And now she's exposed where you live, allegedly.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So why the fuck would I go tell people you in jail? Well, if you would have said, why would I say it? Did you call me from jail? No. Did she say he was in jail? No. So why would I say he was in jail?
Right.
You would have a problem with me because you could say, why you know my woman out here by herself with my kid? Why would you tell me I'm in jail? Make want to, show where I live. Like, what you saying don't make sense. So then he says, you let him call my girl on the floor.
Yeah, I heard this.
I know my floor. So I said, you want to go re-listen to it? So we went and re-listened to it. You know what Lady Killer said? Lady Killer said, that's just like if R&B told us, but then we looked up and she's saying something totally different. I'm going to say, bitch, you tripping.
Right.
I said, Lady Killer and R&B called each other all day long. She specifically said R&B. Where your wife at? He got quiet. And go on, right?
Yeah.
Play it. I said, did you hear that? He said, oh, yeah. I said, let me guess. Somebody told you they called your wife. You never heard it. There's no way you listen to this.
Right.
Oh, yeah, she said R&B. I said, when your wife was mentioned, They always called her she, her, or Luce's wife. Show me where that's at. I said, so your first wife was what? We not going along. I'm not gonna say you in jail. Even if you was in jail, I ain't gonna say it. So that's over with me. And you see right here, nobody on my floor called twice. Right. I said, so what's your next right? So T Money, what do you do when they wrong?
Shit.
Temper tantrum.
Temper tantrum. Hate to admit.
Right, hate to admit. So I'm looking at him on the FaceTime. He gave us 6 seconds. Right? So then he says, all right, Wack, watch this. Now, T Money, you've been knowing me for some years now. He says, all right, Wack, open up a room and we're going to go discuss it. What you think I told him? T Money, we went to Operation What? Silence shut down.
Silence shut
You
down.
know,
Yeah.
you know, that nigga said, open up a room and let's go discuss it. Why would I do that?
I swear I just said that. I said Wack ain't trying to respond to this shit at all. No, like.
Watch this. No, T Money. Your brother gonna respond. But I'm gonna respond and let him fight him.
Right.
When you see this response, you're gonna be like, this nigga here, I should have known. See, you can't be on no shit talking about, we got a recording going with the family talking about, right? Talking about that's police shit. When you went and told the world you sold Big U guns and Big U know about the hit and this hustle, 30 minutes you got the FaceTime shit.
That's a fact. I just said that.
So when I'm about to call no jumper, I told him to send me the clips. I'm gonna have all these take him saying, I'm a real nigga, I'm a street nigga. That's whoop 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 and whoop whoop whoop. It's gonna say 2 seconds later. Boom! And put his shit in there and then let 600 let the screen look at it for 30 seconds, strike his in, and never say a word and put it up. And we're gonna continue our day. One thing you know about me, T Money, you better be thinking fucking with this nigga.
Man, that's a fact.
I'm not gonna say nothing because what he wants me to sort of like, no, we're gonna put that up, everybody's gonna laugh at you. That's you. And we're gonna sit back and we're gonna continue our journey.
Continue the content.
Money, you didn't see it, you didn't like, nigga, the bottom line is, here's on the bottom line. I built you in the last 12 months. You thought you was home. All you had to do was like, Wack100 go my way. T Money, you didn't do it before. What I say? All right, nigga, I really believe.
Right.
You don't gotta come up. The fake. That red content on me and my wife is fake. Cause you didn't see what Flacco said. Where that's at? Luce, I never seen that. Where is that?
Right.
Where is it at? If I would have ran content on you and your wife, nigga, it went viral.
That's a fact.
Where is that? But what it is, that's the fake create the shit. And you ain't gotta do that, because bro, I let you in my car. You got the right to get out. I keep telling you, anytime a nigga let you in their car in their house, that same person ain't gonna never bother you in the leave, because you in the way anyway.
Right. Yo.
They're not, you don't mind dropping them. You know, say, oh, nigga, you go. Hey, my nigga, I got me enough money, go give me a little 1 bedroom, nigga, little shit cool. My girl already been talking shit.
Dive into delicious with a classic Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
Right? So it's like, he can't come up with nothing. You was on the phone with us in the family when we got the content. You knew exactly what we gonna do. But since the other day, yesterday, we played it, and he said he can't use that, he had to find something. All you gotta do is say, hey, bro, boom. I didn't say that wrong. The world know. Wack been doing that exposure shit since Clubhouse, bro.
Right.
You wasn't around, bro. Like, it ain't told no lie. I don't need to just run the shit. They can call me. Wack, we got this. Cool. I ain't tripping it. Like, it ain't nothing. We ain't trying to motherfucker it. No jumper that shit. It's just a tool. That's all it is. I'm not trying to make a career out of YouTube. It's just A tool. Clubhouse is a tool.
Right.
Like, that's the real thing. Yeah, nigga, I don't give a fuck. It's like, but what he don't know is, long as you standing on the side of me, they ain't gonna see me.
Right.
When I ain't standing there no more, they ain't gonna see me. See, money, you've seen this several times.
Yep. Over and over.
I did all the little meetings. I did all the, you notice, I was doing a bunch of little podcasts you never saw me do. Because I was doing that for him. I wasn't, I only did drink jams, academics, no jumper, that's the only one you never caught me doing. He's no name, but I was doing that for him. Black men, they said they'll let me come up there and you'll come. All right, come on, I'm not going to get you in there.
Right.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about it. Shit. I got to meet the day. I got to design the manufacturing centers for the goddamn distribution shit in fucking Africa. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about no YouTube, nigga. I'm most other shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can't come on the clubhouse playing. That's gotta be the worst thing you can do because now he meets the beast and the levels and all them people.
Right.
And then they gonna make you content. Like, he's been protected. T-Money.
Right.
You've been on there with me. You know that. T-Money, you know the evil of that shit.
Yeah.
Right? You've been on there with me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, but the shoes I wear, I always tell myself, when you come into something, make sure it's what you want to do. So if it get weird and go wrong, you're not never going to be mad about what you wanted to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you let a nigga manipulate you into doing something you don't want to do, then they snake on you, get weird on you, then you'll feel some kind of way. But as long as you come into something, I wanted to help you. I want you, or you want me to, like, then I've been trying to get on, I've been doing this rap shit, I done did all this shit, man, can you help me? You know what, man, you seem like a cool nigga, man, come on, I'm gonna help you. It's what I wanted to do, so it don't matter what he do, I'm not tripping, because I did for you what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna keep it real, T-Money. I made it was some small change, but I made about 40,000 with the nigga.
Right.
I would just get shit to my girl, be like, yeah, I'll pick this up. Loose cannon coughing people, they wanted me to do this, they had 10,000, they had this or whatever. So I picked some small change.
You get in the matrix.
Keep talking so. I just wanted to ask him 2 questions real quick. Keep rambling.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask him 2 questions real quick.
Hello?
I can't even say it was a dry run. The nigga brought a few things too. I wouldn't know if ordinarily did it. But I did them because, fuck it, he was making some money too.
Right.
Like, T-Money, you call me and say, right, these niggas got 15,000 to do this, bro. I know it probably ain't. Could I give you 10 and I keep 5? Nigga might tell me I need this shit right now. What you know what I'm gonna do? Fuck it, T-Money, let's go.
Right.
So what he fucked up at is the long run.
Yeah.
It's crazy. R&B said, you don't be telling people your plans, right? I said that all the time. You was gonna put his child on the Incredible Diapers advertisement and you was gonna give him a position. I said, I never told him that. Because if you tell a nigga that, then they may not be who they really are. Then you find out too late.
Right.
So, nigga, you didn't see me go through this shit, helping motherfuckers 10 times. I helped you.
Right. Yeah.
And you still did some shit and was able to double back. Wack did it because Wack wanted to do it.
Right.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy KP, man, with Pop Austin Media. Like that content. If you like the video you just seen, make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and join the Discord so you don't miss a beat. We coming for sure, for sure.
the Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
At Bob Evans, we're so committed to making delicious, buttery, real mashed potatoes, we've started speaking in mmm. Mmm. That means you better believe it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Real milk and fresh potatoes for a mash made in dinner heaven. Mm-mm-mm. That one speaks for itself. When you need comfort, bring out the Bob.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm talking to Aaron. I got your message. I got your video. And I know that you was Muslim. I pray that you find it in your heart to forgive me if I was offensive. But I think what I said was misinterpreted. What I was saying is I want for my brother what I want for myself. What I was saying is I'm never going to get in nobody way or interfere with nobody from having their way with a beautiful woman. That's like if I see that the woman wants you or the woman wants somebody else and don't want me. And she didn't choose me, so may the best man win. I'm not going to jump in front of that and try to stop that from happening. And then as far as what you said about the woman with kids, I don't have a problem with a woman with kids. I'll take a woman with 3, 4, 5 kids. I'm not tripping on that. They our kids now. But that's not my first prayer to God. I didn't say, God, please bless me with a beautiful woman that got children that's not mine. That never was my prayer. Now, if she got kids and I love this woman, then that's just what it is. They my kids now. I'm Muslim at the end of the day. So, hey, they my children now. That's what I was saying. But like I say, I did get your message and I appreciate everything that you said, brother. And I love you for the sake of Allah. I did not know that you was Muslim. So again, I ask that you forgive me because I could admit when I'm wrong. When I was saying I just don't jump in front of dicks. I'm not a dick protector because I want for you what I want for myself. So if I see that you could get something, I'm gonna help you get that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hurt you from getting it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. I love you.
Peace and blessings be upon you all. I just got out the hospital. I've been in the hospital the past couple of days. You know, I got sick. I'm not fasting today, but Ramadan Kareem to everybody. I will make up for this day. Today, they're dropping an episode with Zeus. I am going to return back on the show. You know, they're going to try to twist it up, do their little weird stuff. They always do. They gave me $10,000 to come back. They said I was supposed to have the scene with Erica Mena. We were supposed to discuss what transpired after she slapped me. They created a hostile environment, so I try to get up out of there, and that's when you're going to see she follows me into the garage. We have a conversation, and I leave. Never got eliminated in a real way. You know what I'm saying? After she put her hands on me, I had a meeting with Lemuel Plummer and Nick Cannon. I even cried in the meeting because I was so upset because they were just taking up for this woman, you know, and everybody on the internet said she was foul, period, point blank. She shouldn't have put her hands on me. You know, and they were standing 10 toes behind her, man. You know, I don't even want to discuss that anymore. But moving forward, I got big plays coming. Shout out to the brothers that been reaching out to me. Y'all stay tuned. That's all I got to say. The show will continue, man. You know?
Hey, I got the ladies in there too. That's how some of y'all tongues be looking like. Oh, yeah. Y'all be messing with them nasty girls. Yeah.
Angle. Still coming. Look cute, cute, cute. Sexy, cute. It's still coming down. Hey. In motion, big motion. Yeah. Period. Hello. Period. Somebody, the biggest. Oh. Wait, put me down. I ain't got no penis. Yeah, wait.
Every year, millions of noses are ghosted by their plugins. New Airwick Advanced, our groundbreaking plugin that pulses scent for staying power up to 60 days, plus a fragrance boost button. Our noses won't be ignored again.
Check out video of the full show on Tubi, free.
Classic interviews and more on Tubi every day, all day long, all for free. Just search Breakfast Club and grab your popcorn.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Alrighty, guys. So Gary Owen over the weekend posted a video. He was upset about a quick comment that I made up here.
You threw a shot at smoke for you. Yes. He had smoke for you, Lauren.
Smoke or snow?
Damn.
Wow.
See, more shots.
That was more to you, not to him. To you, because you're trying to be funny right
that
now.
Don't offend me.
And let's take a listen to what Gary had to say.
They brought up the Kendrick Lamar thing. I'm listening to it, and all of a sudden, the girl that fills in for Jess Hilarious, they said, Kendrick has never really said who he's talking about. Andrew's like, how do we even know Kendrick was talking about me? And Andrew was like, Kendrick's fans were really coming at him. And when Kendrick said, run up on your ops, Andrew was like, in his mind, to run up on Andrew and his family. Now, Envy, Charlemagne, and Schultz is like, we don't even know who Kendrick was talking about. He could have been talking about Gary Owen. And literally, the girl goes, ain't nobody checking for Gary Owen. Wow. I tell you, this girl, I can't remember her name. I don't know what her issue with me is. And I'm like, well, I just did 12 shows in Baltimore. Somebody checking for me.
Damn.
In her mind, I'm not a real celeb. I bet you in her mind, if she was booking the show, she wouldn't have me on.
That's
Deep
true.
down, she don't like me.
Wow, you did throw a shot at him first.
True.
That was a nasty shot.
Well,
Gary Owen ain't do nothing bad.
You have
to you
said,
at all.
why is he on the schedule? I've seen that before.
I heard it.
And you said when you worked at TMZ,
lie.
y'all never wanted to sing camera.
That
for
is
him.
not
I heard
true.
that too. I heard that too.
Stop, because you're gonna make him go live on Instagram and be upset about nothing.
I'm just telling you what
Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen to what I actually said about Gary. It's like, okay,
How we know he wasn't talking about Gary Owens? That's the other
a good
thing.
point.
First of all, ain't nobody.
We don't know.
That's a good point.
That was worse. That actually sounded worse than what.
Wow.
I wonder.
Wow.
What's
You
your
didn't
problem?
finish the
Wow.
statement. You didn't even get to finish the statement.
Exactly, because y'all did exactly what
That's
y'all doing
wild.
right now, sensationalizing, and it worked because he basically tried to say, I don't even think he's a real celebrity.
You threw a shot at him
And
for
all
no
this
reason.
stuff. First of all, I have no issue with Gary Owen whatsoever.
Nice.
I actually enjoy him. I think he's been famous my whole life. Like, of course, you're a celebrity. Now, I don't know. Broken Family is on YouTube. Y'all should go watch it. I'm gonna just throw that
Where's
out there
Broken
for now.
Family?
Yeah, huh?
What's Broken Family?
Damn,
Broken-
Jess. God damn. I'm not hearing you go with shots.
What is it?
Broken Family is
That's his special.
It's his special that he was up here promoting, which
Wow.
is he got upset because
He loves black women too.
Wow.
Yeah, he does. Loves.
yeah. He got
but damn.
upset. He got upset because when he was here promoting his special, I asked him about his divorce, which the special is about, and he had talked about on Shannon Sharp and a bunch of other places. So he was offended.
There are a lot of
He-
rumors swirling as to why you hate. Well, sources say you're really good friends with Gary's ex-wife. Is that true? I don't know. I'm just giving you a chance to clear
No,
up the rumors.
I am
Is
not.
that true?
No, I'm not friends with her.
What else you heard?
Sources say Lauren hates anyone who loves interracial relationships because every time you break up with a man, he settles down with a white woman. I don't know if this is true.
that
I'm just
true?
asking.
I'm like 1 for 2 on that.
Okay.
Oh,
What,
okay, so it's,
All
that's
right.
half true.
What-
That has happened
What
in my
else you heard?
past.
What else you heard?
The only other thing I heard is that Lauren hates all Garys because your father's name is Gary.
Oh,
or his
damn.
middle
Oh my
name
God,
is
your
Gary.
father named
Wow.
Gary?
My dad name
wow.
is Edward.
Edward Gary.
Wow.
LaRosa?
Edward Gary LaRosa.
Yo,
Any
I don't
truth to
have
any of this?
no issue with Gary Owens whatsoever, or Gary's, or white comedians. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do,
Okay.
but I'm going to do my job.
You threw a shot at him.
I didn't throw a shot. I
Unnecessary.
asked questions that
Poor
I think
Gary.
rubbed him the wrong way, and he didn't. I was actually joking when he was up here. I thought it was funny, but obviously he didn't think it was
Now
funny.
we talking about when Andrew Schultz was here and you threw a shot at him.
That wasn't a
at him.
shot. That was me
Okay.
telling the truth. At the time, we all knew what Kendrick Lamar was talking about. That I can't say the word, but the Giggles podcast that Schultz was sitting down with, those jokes that Schultz had made, those were everywhere. People were waiting for a response from him and all of that.
You
And
say
then
Gary
Kendrick,
jokes don't be everywhere is what you're saying.
Wow.
Is that what you're saying?
Poor Gary.
I'm just asking what you're saying, Lauren. I'm trying to help you clear this up and you're not helping.
what I'm saying is that I said what I said, and I didn't mean anything like how he took it.
Gotcha.
And he said that he's actually going to come up here and have a conversation. He commented on the post and he said, see, this is what I'm talking about. 2 adults having a respectful disagreement. So he still disagrees. He still think I threw a shot.
You did.
Different point of views is what you have or what have you. No name calling. Respectfully, Lauren, I will never forget your name again because he kept calling me the girl. Looking forward to discussing you this next time on the Breakfast Club because I let him know I would be here because when he met me, I was filling in for Jess. Love my sis. And now I'm here. I'm the senior news producer. So I'll be here, Gary. We'll talk about it. I have no issue with you whatsoever. Now, these 2 guys in the room, I don't know what
We didn't throw the shot. You did.
Exactly. What accountability, Lauren?
I take
Have
accountability where it needs to be, and I didn't do anything. But I'm open to hearing because maybe he interpreted things a different way. So,
But Gary Owen knew Kendrick wasn't talking about him. I think he I mean, you know that.
We all at the world
he's never
knew that.
taken any shots at black women. Like he's never done. I mean, you date them, you marry them, you put babies in them for God's sakes. Like he's not talking about. We knew he wasn't talking about you.
There any rebuttal from the peanut gallery?
Oh no, they ain't gonna have no rebuttal for me.
Okay,
I think everybody's just creating content.
No.
All right.
That's all. I don't think Gary really cares. I think he's just creating content.
Great. Well, make sure you guys go check
he
out
went
Broken
hard on
Family on
purpose. He said, I
YouTube.
don't think if it was a show, she wouldn't book me.
Yep.
Nah, I think
No,
he's
all that's
flirting with
true.
you.
No, all of that is true.
I think he's
all of that
flirting
is
with you.
all of that
Man.
is true.
That is not true.
I've seen you look at the schedule and be like Gary Owens, and then you told me to
We
think
gotta
about how
go
TMZ.
we gotta go
how they
somewhere
always
else.
wanted him
We
to
have-
put cameras out there.
We have some more news that we need to get to. We have some more news we want to get to. Angie Stone, sorry to switch the gears, but Tyler Perry was, he did his big one at her funeral and he spoke up for some things that he needed to. And I want to make sure we get this in. Let's take a listen to Tyler Perry doing the eulogy at Angie Stone's funeral over the weekend.
I want to go down the street of those promoters and record labels and people not paying folks. Y'all got to forgive me because I'm angry at the way she was treated. I did not know all the things that she was going through. Recently, I found out I'm not on Instagram. I'm not being hooked and manipulated by an algorithm telling me what to think and how to feel. So I don't see everything. But to think that this woman was in the business for all of these years, and there's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those years, all of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it? It's wrong. And I'm tired of and go through things and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap.
Damn.
Yeah.
Salute to Tyler Perry, man.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Drop on the clues, mom, for Tyler Perry.
What he's referring to is Angie Stone actually, in January, she had posted a video to her Instagram and January 2nd, she was talking about how she just found out that a lot of her royalties and stuff weren't registered the right way. So she has not been getting money for them. And that the other royalties that she should be receiving, Universal Music Group allegedly has been collecting them for her. So she was asking, where is my money?
Yeah.
So he was like, she's not here anymore, but I'm gonna ask, where is her money? Now there is speculation that I have not confirmed, but I'm going to try and figure this out, that Tyler Perry may be helping or working with her family to try and recover the things or do whatever needs to be done to make sure that her kids and her grandkids can reap the benefits of her hard work that she's put in.
She deserves some money. Absolutely. Positively.
I will say, though, whenever Tyler gets mad, I just expect Mardia to start shooting.
Yo, shut up,
I'm just listening to him. Like, please, Tyler, don't shoot up the church right now. I just expect Mardia just to pop out and just start spraying at everybody.
What he said about that algorithm, that was a whole word. A whole word. He said he don't be on there.
My
No
dear is
algorithm.
Madea.
Huh?
Madea.
Madea, what I said?
My dear.
Maria. That's my dear Spanish cousin.
No, my God.
She got deported.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And we got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
He's on the new show on BET Plus, Carl Weber's The Family Business New Orleans, which is streaming right now, ladies and gentlemen. We have Brandon T. Jackson. Welcome, brother.
We back.
How's it going?
How you doing,
I'm
my brother?
doing very, very well. Very well. I'm excited. Show's doing good, so people are liking it.
Carl Weber's The Family Business. What brought you back to Hollywood?
I knew you was gonna ask that.
Yeah, what brought you back to Hollywood?
You know what? There's so much. It's so funny because when you go out and do a spiritual journey, you know what I mean, and you learn and you aggregate people and you realize that it's like God gives you a gift, right, to use, And when he gives you a gift, you're not using it. And you can like get depressed. You can start. And I think my gift is something that was given to a purpose that's bigger than just acting. So I saw the whole thing, trying to aggregate, our people together to come together economically. And I'm not the first one to try. And I wouldn't say fail, but it's like art is what he gave me, I believe, to be a light. So
how the industry changed, meaning like for good, for better.
I don't think I never. Here's my issue: the whole Illuminati cut off my gas. Everybody blaming some fictitious. I'm not saying it's not. I don't. The whole.
Do you have to sell your soul to be in Hollywood? Is what I'm saying.
That's a good question.
And do you still have to sell it now? Is what I'm saying.
I don't feel like it's like that. Spiritually, I feel like whatever you will do to get, you got to find what energy is pushing you. My energy was always the most high, period. I mean, my dad told me this too. He's like, you got my blood, my prayers, your grandmother's prayers, your grandfather's prayers running through your veins. So when you do these other things, your ancestors are calling for you not to do. So it won't work. You know what I'm saying? I've been to many, dark places in life, and I just like it don't work for me. I tried.
Was comedy your safe place? Because you stopped doing acting and you totally dove into comedy.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I've been doing stand-up since I was 14. I actually started doing stand-up in church. A lot of people think I went and started doing. I started as doing comedy, and then I got the movie Roll Bounce.
You said in church?
Yeah, I started in church.
So you would get up in front of the congregation and tell
They honest over there though.
Yeah, I was clean. I was a clean comic. I mean, I'm still relatively pretty clean, but not. I could do better. But with my dad, he don't like. Yeah, I talk about this in Chest Out. I got a new show we shop in new. It's really good. I would like you to watch it.
Okay.
Because you're a tough critic.
Okay.
DJ he seen me perform. He seen me do well. He seen me bomb. He seen me get standing ovations, everything. But you never seen me do comedy. I'm gonna send that to you. It's called Chest Out. We shop it at Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, everybody. So it's looking really good. But yeah, comedy it was my safe place when I was going through the whole spiritual journey. I actually talk about it, and the whole thing is about that.
I thought, and there's no disrespect, but I thought at one time you was gonna quit comedy because I've seen a couple of shows where Brandon go up, and this was right after everything, and you bomb.
Yeah, bomb.
And I was like, there's no way Brandon's coming back after this. And this is the bomb that you like, Charlamagne, like bomb, like the bomb.
see.
Yeah.
I got two types of comedy I like. I like when I think somebody's really funny and really making me think. I'm actually just watching. Like I'm not laughing because I like to catch everything.
Yeah.
But when somebody's bombing, I don't know why. I think I like watching the person try to figure it out. That's what makes me laugh.
But New York bombers are different from a regular. New York is a different audience. They don't want to even let you get it out. Like if you bomb in New York, yeah, you could say it's like it's acceptable because a New York bomb is like. You might be good in another city. New York is a tough audience.
How many times did you bomb in New York?
But I don't want to say that. I don't want to make it seem like he bombs every time.
Okay, because he made it seem like it was like a lot of times.
I've been on the road for a lot of times. Like I must have
okay.
DJ'd for his set at least 15 times.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Well, he does it. We do it on tour, so I DJ everybody's set.
Gotcha.
He's
been doing it for years though. Yeah. That's what he saw. New York is where I got good. Rip Michael, shout out to him. He actually trained me to get good because I wasn't raw no more. I was doing all the movies. So it was Rocky 3. You know what I mean? Like then he was seeing that moment years ago.
So you kind of lost the edge a little bit.
Yeah, and that's was like in 2015, 16. But now that's old. But
How do you what made you stay with it though? Because like you seen that, and it would take a lot of heart from comedians if
I'm resilient. And plus I already know I know what is going on.
But you never wavered. That's the whole thing. I've seen comedians head down after this, but you always head up. All right, I'll get them next time. But what gave you that?
Because I know I'm funny. I don't have to try to be funny. I'm a funny person. You know what I mean? It's just about connecting material. I didn't have a story at the time. See, now I have a story how I left Hollywood for 7 years, accidentally joined a religious cult, Akmak and had to come back and Terrence Howard saved me. That's funny. You know what I mean?
Is that a true story?
Somewhat. It's fabricated, but it's pretty true.
How did Terrence Howard save you?
Now you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Terrence seemed like he's still in the cult right now.
Nah.
I love Terrence though. By
Terrence
the way,
is smart.
I totally agree. I think people
put this number in the calculator. 55599. Yeah.
But you know why I respect is because they're at least trying to figure something else out. They're just not accepting what has been told to us all of these years. And if there is another way, just show me.
He's dealing in the it's deep, man. The quantum realm, and that's when you start talking about quantum physics and all that stuff. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a different game. You're talking a different language. You know, we keep talking about Republican, Democrats. So y'all better be worried about these computers.
Word.
This is about to get real. I have a tech company that I run and that I'm doing, and I have machines right now. I'm building machines by itself. Like he's in that realm, and he's talking about stuff that people don't understand. So I know, I talked to him yesterday. He sent me a 40-page book about what he was talking about. I don't understand any of it.
You read it though.
Yeah, I read it though. It's all numbers and stuff. So.
But you read it. I was gonna ask you. So when you said that Bret Michaels helped you bring your raw back, how do you do that?
Go to Jamaican clubs at 3 a.m. do comedy. They're gonna play the whistles on you in New York. Go to Harlem at 3 a.m. do comedy. Be the 15,000 person up, and you get booed. You know what I'm saying? And then go do. New York is the place you get great. Period. Detroit. I'm from Detroit, and Detroit's the place you have the flavor. But New York is a place you just they're not gonna play. They don't care. They got too many people. So we would go to comedy clubs every night, all night. I'll be up to 5 a.m. I'll go shoot my show called Deadbeat at the time. It's up far long ago. Deadbeat. And from there, I would go to the clubs all night. And we rips at you until you get standing ovations. And then I start, he going to be mad at I start killing it. I took his style too. Because he has a New York style where he hit you like this. You ever see Rip? Me, I'm actually an actor style, where I act out. I'm like a Richard and Eddie. Well, you got to listen to the act out. New York don't want to see an act out. They're more punch. That's a style.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You think LA makes you plastic a little bit?
No, I don't. I'm in Michigan most of the time. Too.
Okay, I'm talking about when you from Detroit, but when you was out there doing the Hollywood thing.
Yeah, it did. Okay. Yeah, it made me. But I was so young. I blew up at 19, man.
You think it came too fast for you?
No, I believe on the personal level, yeah. I believe that I didn't stick to my core energy of what brought me here. I believe that when you centered in God, and I don't like preaching, and I don't like.
You better not be afraid to testify.
No, I know, but it's like sometimes people get on the radio, they always want to preach and stuff, but it's like it's really the core of who I am, and I literally made a promise to God when I was a kid. I said, if you make me famous, this is what I would do for you. Like, so if you say, is there a energy pull? I do believe people do make dark covenants and different things, and I do think people make light covenants. My covenant was light. I was always I was given to God as a child. You know what I mean? Simba style. You know what I mean? With the anointed oil. So when you not like that, but you can't get away from that. I've tried.
And so during your break away from Hollywood, that was your focus. Like, I mean, I know I saw some quotes that you said you wanted to just build community as well and kind of like
I built a community center and the community didn't show up. So I'm back. You know, they did.
I was going.
I tried. Charlamagne, I tried.
I put in my PTO and y'all ain't even pop out. It's crazy.
I gave hundreds of $1,000s to this dude, this cult leader. We supposed to build a community. I don't know what's about us trying to build a community together where it's like this forbidden thing in the Matrix, and I just want to challenge it. And I realized that it's not really, because we blame a lot of other nationalities, and we got oh my God, we do though. But at the same time, it's like I dealt with only us for a long, and for 7 years, and I realized that we have to like I went to the mountaintop. You know what I mean?
We'll talk about what you're talking about because a lot of people might not know. So you decided to.
I tried to leave.
Made it a cult. So you decided to. Was it join a religion? Was it?
No, it wasn't that. It's just the way. I wouldn't say a religion. It was more so understand and leaders that take the Bible and twist it to control people. I would say. You know what I mean?
And that's what you were in.
I didn't know I was in it. You never know when you're in the cult. That's
what got you in it.
No, truth. You learn truth. When people tell you the truth, but then they take that truth for their own power, that's when the truth is not the problem. The teachers are usually the problem. You know what I mean? The shepherds that say, okay, now that you know this, you know what I mean? They start to, you know what I mean? Give me your wife.
What got you out of it?
Huh?
Give you a wife.
Right? He becomes like, wait a minute, what? Nick
Did somebody
Cannon
ask for your
3 and
wife?
6 says, huh?
Did they ask for your wife?
You know what's funny?
Jesus
You got a
Christ,
wife?
man.
Huh?
You got a wife now?
You have a wife now. Listen, I'm not.
If you don't feel comfortable,
road bounce was a long time ago.
Okay.
I got 4 children. I'm grown. I got
know,
kids. And,
But I thought let's get back to the first question.
yeah, and if you don't feel
Take it
comfortable
there.
talking about it, that's cool too. Like,
no, I'm trying to save it for the special, but we could talk. I wish
I think
I
it'll
wish
make
this
people
was an
tune
interview
in.
for the special, but because I talk about it in the special.
But we can bring it back to the.
I'm trying not to say jokes that's in the special.
Got you.
That's right. You see me? That's why I'm pandering because I'm like,
that's why you poking a little bit, but like,
yeah. So, but
she
if you really want to know the dramatic part of it, it was more so. It wasn't the whole time 7 years I was in the cult. I literally was. I start when you're trying to go and build our community together. There's a lot of trauma, and I think people when they hold on to the truth and understanding of some certain scriptures, they then put trauma on people. Is that the best way I can say it?
Yeah.
So, and the person wouldn't say he's in a cult, but he's definitely in a cult.
Now she asked about your wife, and there's a video of online talk about you re-dating your wife.
Yeah. Well, it was your ex-wife technically.
And
though,
I
right?
actually I met your wife I think once or twice.
Yeah, you
before.
have.
That's why I was like trying
Y'all
to
back
figure out
together?
where
Did
y'all are.
Yeah, did y'all figure that out?
Are we back together? Are we, babe? No, I'm joking.
You calling her babe? That's y'all locked in.
Listen, you know what's funny? We try to keep everything very private now because people can just get in the way. But we definitely are a family, and we definitely are. We love each other very well, very much. And I would say that for me, I feel like that I didn't give her the best version of myself. I would say that.
Wow. That's very interesting to hear you say.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm very proud of you to hear you say that. I
Yeah,
think that's
so-
accountability is hard sometimes.
yeah, you got to be. I wasn't the best husband, and not because I was just gone. I wasn't the guy she met. You know what I mean? I was Akmak Badak. I don't know what my name was at the time.
So you was like Martin with the robe
Yeah,
on, and
with
you
the
grew your
robe,
dreads
yeah,
out.
it was.
Damn.
That's not who she met. So it's like we can't eat this, we can't do that. Yeah, sit down and all the submissive stuff. It's like women and men submit to love. I learned we got to submit to love, and love is what's the key. And when I say that is selfless sacrifice. That's love. When you don't want to do something and you do it because you love that person, I think that's the lesson I've learned, and I'm still learning. Because sometimes I'm very generous, but I'm not selfless. You know what I mean?
How'd you get back to Brandon?
Some prayers, my mama. Jesus, bring him out, Jesus.
What did God say? Like, I'm really interested
He
in
said,
that.
I went to the mountaintop, and I seen it. I seen the light. I was in the Holy Land, and God spoke to me on the mountaintop. And you know what he said to me? He said, "Get back to work, nigga. Get back to work." That's what he said. I said, "Go back to work." I was done. You know what I mean?
And you do work, man, acting.
Yes, and I do the whole thing. So he said, "Get back to work," and I felt it, and I was like, "Okay, it's time." You know what I mean? And it was cool because now I know my source. You know what I mean? So,
what did God say to you that made you step away then?
He just ripped everything from me. He just ripped it. It's like just ripped it, like just as fast as he gave it to me. Now think about this. I did 3 Minutes Laugh Factory, right? And became Road Bounce was my first audition. Got a agent at CAA, right? From one it was a miracle the fact that I made it because they was coming to see another comic at the time. And then they were like, "What you killed that set, you got a standing ovation. Here's our card." I'm like, "What's CAA agent?" CAA was. It was, you know what I mean? CAA, right?
Yeah.
CAA.
At the time, and then all my agents got me too, so it's ridiculous. But that's another story. Now I'm at Buckwall. Shout out to them, but I'm saying back in the day, but that was the start of like the way the cosmic stuff happened, where I got moved to this, to that, and then it happened so fast. And it was like cosmic. It was like, okay, boom. Now you got audition for Roll Bounce. Now you boom, got that movie. Now you go Wildin' Out. Nick Cannon is showing you Wildin' Out on the set of Roll Bounce. Now you on that. Then you get an audition for Tropic Thunder. You don't get the part. Then they call you back, and then you get the part. You know what I mean? It was always like that.
I remember on Club Shay Shay, Cat Williams said you only became successful after dressing like a woman.
He did say
Mama's
that.
house.
I mean, it's the whole women dress thing. It's so hilarious that this conversation that never leaves in. I'm gonna give y'all a soundbite. I'll come here and give y'all soundbite. The cool thing about Cat Williams, he has a cool way of getting people to listen. He has a really strategic way of saying things that make people go, "Is that true?" And he has a cool way of selling tickets doing that. He sold so many tickets. He sold my tickets with that shit. For real. When he said that, my whole tour was sold out. I was like, thanks, Cat. So it's kind of like one of those things where the whole dress thing, I'm so partial to how you look at things. You see it so you have this era. I'm just gonna give you history. Martin Lawrence, Miss Doubtfire, all this stuff in the 90s where there was no internet. Everybody was blind to it, right? And then after that era, you have Dave Chappelle comes out on Oprah and says this thing. That was the start of it. Saying,
okay.
You see what I'm saying? So
I never thought about that.
No one knew the conspiracies or whatever it is about this. Now think about it. A kid growing up in the 90s, right? Brandon T. Jackson, watching everything. I'm watching Shanae. I'm watching Martin. I'm watching everything.
Right. Larry Johnson, Mama Ma, Grandma Ma.
It was on
Jamie
internet.
Foxx, Wanda.
Little internet.
Yeah.
So you look at, you have this knowledge of these things. You're looking at it. If there was something wrong, why don't we as men come to that person and say, hey man, look, you should do some research on this. I believe this is a dark energy with that. You know what I mean? Cat never did that. I respect him very much, but he never mentored. And that's why the mentorship in our community, especially with black men, we want to say things in the media instead of calling somebody up. So which is your intentions to really save me and help? Or is your intention to bash my brand so you can look better? Because when Martin came to me and said, let's play in the movie, I was like, yes, I'm 25. You can pay me $3 million to work with Martin Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? He had this big ring. He's eating steak. I'm like, I want. You know what I mean? You're 25. I did that movie at 24, fresh off Tropic Thunder. So it's like, no one's thinking about any of that stuff. So if that was the case, because he said on the interview, exact words was, he said, y'all don't want me, y'all want Brandon T. Jackson, right? And I'm looking at him on that. I'm like, so wait, you knew they were gonna come for me, right? Like, and you told them to kind of, you tipped them and say, y'all need to go get Brandon T. Jackson. So was that kind of pimping me out to the Illuminati, or was it in his mind, or what?
Do you feel like comedians wearing a dress as Illuminati though?
No, I'm saying that's what he's saying.
But what do you think though?
What do I feel? I feel that was it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't think so. It's Miss Doubtfire Illuminati. It's like
No.
So when it's black, is it like I don't know when it's us. It's Illuminati, but when it's white people, it's comedy.
To your point, I'm older than you. I'm 46, but when I was younger, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny too.
I never cried. Nothing else ever crossed my mind. Not even gay. Like not even gay. It just was. I just thought it was funny.
I feel like when I moved to LA is when I started hearing that, like black men wear dresses, whatever, and I was like, what? I just thought it was funny too.
I see both points. To the defense, in our dramatic arts, doing the history, we never had those type of. That came from Greek and Roman, Greco-Roman. You know what I mean? So if you say you're going to be pro-black and pro-this, and this is what we are, this is what we do, that was never our art form, doing that. As I can study when I study ancient art, ancient folktales, ancient storytelling. We never did that, as far as I know. So when people say, hey, look, that is a Greek-Roman situation, and, that's an argument there, because we probably learned it from them. So if you're saying this is how our nationality and what we do, and we're sticking together, then there's other nationality that say we're Americans and this is just art. So I just say this. People think that I think I said this in one interview that the dress ruined. I think they actually
I saw you say that. You said it was you said You admit, you said your career went downhill after Big Mama's house. You believe it was cursed because nothing went right since then, since you wore the dress.
And that's yeah, but you got to look at it. That's also my mind was in a certain place too. So I would say, right, I would say when I strayed away from my principles is when things got bad.
Got you.
On my personal life, you can't blame. That's what I'm saying. You can't blame. Your agent, you know what I mean, or whatever. People like to blame Hollywood. You know what I mean? It's not Hollywood. It's what you do with the power. I'm like, it's no Hollywood. To me, it's no invisible ghost that's trying to. It's like God, universe, whatever you want to call it. I say Most High gives you, it gives you a choice to go down these pathways to learn. And I don't really believe there's any wrong choices. I believe that you're learning a lesson that you have to go to get to where the Most High wants you to be, to learn as a human. Because we're still learning. We don't know the extent of God's love. And we don't know the extent of his judgment. We just don't know. So if you have these lessons you're learning, I know I would never do it again.
Well, who's helping Brandon right now going through all these and the ups and downs and the pitfalls to make sure that you mentally are okay? Like, who's helping you out during that process? Because just talking to you, it seems like it's been a lot on a young kid in the industry that's like, I don't know. Who's helping Brandon, if anybody?
You know what? My father. I got a father and mother that just I can talk to. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? And my family's 9 of us. I called my brother up. Like, I met Halle Berry the other day. I told her
the picture you posted.
Yeah, I told her. I said, listen, I'm taken. You can't have me. No, for real though, I was so nervous, man, when I met Halle Berry. I read it off 5 movie titles for her to remember who I was. She didn't know who the hell I was. She was like, who? I was like, Tropic Thunder? She's like, I was like, Big Mama? She's like, huh? And she's like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, damn.
Which one did she say yeah to?
Tropic Thunder.
She knew the movie, but she didn't know you was in it.
She was like, which black guy? I'm like, come on.
Well, you were a lot younger. Like, you know what I mean?
I know I was a lot younger, but it was.
How'd that make you feel?
I mean, it's Halle Berry. I was just happy to take a picture with her. She's beautiful, man, and she's very sweet, very, very nice. I mean, I'm not that it doesn't bother. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I really don't care too much anymore about
the
Hollywood stuff.
What they got to?
No, I'm saying like I see her as a human. I like.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't because she was so dope.
She just
and
fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, at first I'm like, damn, it's Halle Berry, you know what I mean? And I'm like, and I found myself rattling off these things, and I could see her face like, just say what up. You know what I mean? Like, hi, my own. And when I saw that she was normal.
By the way, that's very Hollywood of you.
What?
To start rattling
I
off all
was
your
nervous.
movies.
I didn't know what to say.
Larry too.
Damn.
I thought she was like,
put up the
Come
IMDb.
on, Brandon.
I
You
was nervous, bro. I was so nervous I was nervous, man.
Where'd you meet her? Where was she at?
She was in the Delta One Sky Lounge.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so she was there for a minute. You could have.
I mean, she had a boyfriend now, and I'm taken right now.
I want to ask you. You said you mentioned your brothers and your father. What did they say when you put on the dress?
I mean, no one said anything. No one said nothing until Cat Williams said something.
And that's my point. Like, I'm wondering, did it bother you? It never bothered you until somebody said something. The most fascinating
I see
thing
what
to
you're
me,
trying to say.
when people have no problem with something, your conscience is fine with it. You know, your spirit is cool with it. But then, as soon as somebody else says something, now you like,
it's an issue now.
Yeah, why?
Well, it wasn't just that. It was more so. I stayed in Atlanta for like 8 months after that, just doing music. I lost my mind on that movie. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? I think it definitely was something that wasn't right on that movie. I would say spiritually, I would say that. Now, I can't explain it, bro, because I stayed. My agent called me. We got this new, bro. If you find out the stuff I turned down.
Tell us.
Nah, it's depressing. But if you found out stuff I turned down while they were getting me to try to get out of Atlanta, my manager had to get me out of Atlanta and move me. I had this big penthouse. It was just wild. I was wilding, bro. I don't even know why. I don't know if I was subconsciously trying to escape stuff. But then that's when I had my first daughter. Got I don't feel like no court stuff coming. I'm be over here crying on here like Tyrese and stuff. But I don't want to. We have the same issues. That I'm trying to. I can't say too much, but I would say this: that started my legal battles, personally. That movie, when it came down to me having a child, going through child support court, going through all that stuff. That was the movie that happened.
But that could have been because
exactly could have been me. It's personal.
You're doing it with Martin. It was a big movie. It was promoted everywhere.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, it's like, oh, he on
Yeah,
now.
just understanding the impact of all of that as somebody who you weren't, like you said, you didn't have, like, no one called you and said, hey, this is how this is going to go. This is how
no
this
one
might feel.
mentored. Cat, none of them mentored us. They always talking in the media. Just I have a whole mentorship program that I do. It's called Making a Brand, where we building businesses and really teaching financial literacy. I do that now because do this.
I get it now, though. It's kind of like you're navigating a room in the dark trying to find the light, like the light switch, when somebody's literally over there at the light switch and they're like, oh, he'll figure it out because you're doing well. And that's tough.
You know what I can say who did mentor me a little bit? Sinbad he's a great mentor.
Salute to Sinbad.
Sinbad is one of the dopest, and his brother, Mark Atkins, he was one of the first ones that would show me around. That was the guy that was really showing me how this works. And, he was the only, like I would say, the only mentor I had. But at 19, my dad didn't know nothing about Hollywood and how things go. And then, and I'm not making excuses, but we don't mentor other talents and even financially. I've been through so much where I lost everything with my, that lottery ticket scene was real in real life. You know what I mean? I went broke. I lost everything. And then God just restored it all. Just, I mean, I'm rich. Praise God. I'm making a lot of money, and it's a blessing. I'm not saying that to brag, but it's like as quick as it left, it came back.
I wonder, right? Because I've seen you reference the scripture Deuteronomy 22:5, and you said that's one of the I guess that paraphrasing, but that scripture kind of forbids cisgender men from wearing women's clothes. Am I getting that right?
Say it again.
Deuteronomy 22:5.
I'm rusty right now. What does that say?
Hold on, let me pull it.
I think it's Leviticus.
Is it Leviticus? Mm-hmm. Oh, but it's a line from the Bible that some people believe forbids cisgender men from wearing women's clothes.
What's the?
Oh, let me pull up the scripture.
Leviticus 20:25.
Is it?
I thought it was Deuteronomy 20:25.
No, it's Leviticus. Leviticus also.
No, it is 22. It's Deuteronomy.
Is it Deuteronomy?
Yeah, it states a woman shall not wear a man's garment, nor shall a man put on a woman's clothing. For anyone who does such things is an abomination to the Lord, your God.
According to Scripture, yeah. According to Scripture.
So why didn't it hurt other people? Other people's careers were fine.
When I quote that? You saying why didn't that hurt?
You said this on Comedy Hype, yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying, but why didn't other people put the dress on? It didn't hurt their careers. So why do you think God cursed you?
I mean, that's old song, but I believe I curse myself with when it comes down to not following. I'll tell you this: if you don't follow the ways, for me, if I don't follow the ways of the Most High, I already tried it.
I believe you.
I'm saying,
I'm with you.
My shit went down. You know what I mean?
He said, I know one thing.
I'm not gonna test that anymore. But I would say I can't say it. I can't say what God. That's what we don't know God's grace and His love for other people. I can't say.
You just know what He told you to do, and
He never told me not to wear a dress. You know what I mean? Not like that. He never said that. He never told me not to work with Martin. But what I would say is that once I learned that scriptures, that's when I started to realize, was it this? And I think I was doing a lot of pre-interviews while learning. And I think I was talking too much on the internet without getting full knowledge of the things. Maybe it was that. Maybe it wasn't. But I would say this. I would say that experience brought me to a place where I got closer. I got closer with God to understand His mercies. I know His mercies and I know His judgment for me. So I can't say. I seen some people sniff cocaine and go up. I mean, you know what I mean?
Did you ever get caught into that Hollywood life of the drugs and drinking?
I don't do I mean, I drink, but like sometimes, you know what I mean? I might have a drink after this, but we don't get drunk. I mean, I don't.
Never got into that.
I smoked weed. I mean, it ain't not. But now I'm more like, I'm kind of on my health stuff now. But that who didn't? I never got into the extra
hard
stuff.
drugs. Right?
No, I mean, nah. For what?
I have a question now because it seems like you're in a more restored place.
Yeah, He restored my soul, right?
Yeah, I mean, it gives that. It feels like you kind of work through things. Have you had a conversation with Cat Williams at this point about the stuff that was said, or
I've been trying to have he keep running around the internet. I can't get Cat called me. Like, it's easy. It's not.
Were y'all cool before?
I've always been a fan of Cat. They said never meet your heroes. I've always been a fan. I love Cat Williams.
Wow. Like,
it hurts me to hear him say these are my mentors. You You know what I mean?
So he was a mentor before?
No, in my
In your head?
in my head. No, in the media. Like these are my comedic mentors. I'm studying these
Like
guys.
these are people you looking up to.
I just wonder why you though. Why were you?
Me
targeted?
too. My mom like, why Cat always talking about you? I'm like, Mom, I don't know.
Everybody. Cat went at everybody, didn't he?
He did, but he been talking about me for years. Like it's been since I was like 23, 24.
You said it's been like 20 some years, right?
He keep going with it. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know, man. But I would love to sit down and have a conversation with Cat Williams just to be like, nigga, what's the problem? You know what I mean? If whatever his reason is like, I mean, I really don't care, but I really want to know like why you keep talk. What is the social media
allure
of me? Like, talk about somebody else.
You think if the Percy Jackson franchise would have went a different way? I mean, not Percy Jackson. Percy, what was the Percy? What was the franchise?
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson, right?
Yeah, Percy Jackson.
If that franchise would have went a different way, you think things would have been different for you?
What you mean?
If they would have had more success.
What do you mean different from me?
Career-wise. Because everybody was saying that was supposed to be like the next Harry Potter franchise, and
I mean,
you see what it did. What Harry Potter did for Daniel Radcliffe. Like, what you think that would have been the same for you?
I don't know. I have fun. We did that in Vancouver, and we had a good time. I mean, I love my path. My path is dope. Like the comeback kid. Who wants to watch somebody on top all the time? Michael B. Jordan always got muscles. You know what I mean? I love it. I mean, I don't have muscles all the time. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's coming back and doing his resilience. And it's all about what story. I believe we actually write our stories too. I believe subconsciously we co-write with God. Personally, this is I'm not saying this. I want none of y'all people hit me up like, God, it ain't the Bible. But I would say that we're co-creators with our decision making to learn the best thing. I think I think subconsciously I wrote this story. You know, I don't like to. I mean, it's not fun to watch somebody. The hero got it, the flawed hero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm the flawed hero. I might get drunk sometimes. You know what I mean? I wore a dress and got mad and got on the internet and said everyone's going to hell, and then, you know what I mean, and come back with a #1 TV show. That's a cool ass story.
I agree. I mean, it's interesting because it feels like you've made your own choices every step of the way.
I did, probably not knowing.
I was going to say, some of it seemed like.
I think it's instant. I think it's God leading me. And then they say lead you in the path of righteousness, not to get so deep, but I mean, it like he has. And even when I make mistakes, that's what I say. I can't say why that didn't curse somebody else. Can't say why this, that. And I can't say it really cursed me. Because in that interview, I was deep in new understanding. When you have new understanding, you're not supposed to even speak out about that. So I would say that movie led me down a path for me to learn whatever lesson I need to learn, whether it was humility. Because I mean, people said it back in the day, I was cool, but I was very
arrogant.
Yeah. But I was just, I mean, I grew up in a 2-parent home. My dad owns a network. You know what I'm saying? He put confidence and faith in me. So I was never trying to be, and that's the thing about Black legacy. We say we want family business, want legacy, but then when people see it, they want to talk against it. Everybody want their shit. I watch his IG, like, and my wife be. I can't spend like that yet. Y'all don't know the way, yo, that y'all be killing it. I love
my family. That's all
listen, I love it.
I work for them.
I know, me too. I'm trying to get on your level, but I'm saying what you do is so dope. You know, it's such an inspiration for people with family man. You know what I mean? And we need to see that legacy. You know what I mean? We want to see our kids live great too,
Well, the reason
be
I
humble.
do that is because there's a lot of people that didn't show that. Like, you know,
Exactly.
me and Charlamagne talk all the time about raising our kids. There's no instruction manual, so you've got to figure it out on your own. Same thing with relationships. There's no instruction manual.
Love
so
it.
A lot of times you think you're dealing with it by yourself. So when you do things, whether it's infidelity or insecurity or whatever it may be, raising your kids, there is nobody to be like, damn, I fucked up. Is it just me? So that's why I put so much. I put the good to bed.
I love it.
And I write, the books, Real Life, Real, because I want people to know that you're not the only one. You make mistakes, and it's okay to
But
come
it
back
blessed
and
me.
fuck with people say. And he'll make fun of me, and she'll
It
make fun
blessed
of me,
me.
but it's all love regardless. I know that these
You
people
make
love me.
fun of
there.
yourself. You be putting
I
crazy
don't
stuff
make exactly.
in them
Nobody
books.
makes fun of you. You
be
just
up here
goofy.
telling
No, I
me.
mean,
Nothing to do
like,
with us.
I know what you mean, though.
It's but I'm
Building
saying it's
legacy and the
legacy. If they
greatness.
thought I was arrogant, I was walking in legacy.
You were-
you,
yes.
see, you see the confidence that his kids have?
Mhm.
They walking in legacy. They can say my father's there. My father, not I was that. My grandfather, Horace Jackson, God rest his soul. We got streets named after him in Detroit. You know what I mean? We just built a school in Ghana, Horace Jackson Technology University in Ghana. Like we got to do these things where it's not just about being famous, wearing sunglasses, smashing chicks. It's time to build legacy, and that's what I'm on. I'm not trying to just be okay. I'm Brandon Jackson. I'm past I'm Brandon Jackson stuff. We're trying to build family and businesses. I know that's a plug, but that's what we're doing.
Right.
Family and you know what I mean? The
Yeah,
legacy.
but you're right. And I mean, it's good to see you back in a mentally healthy, emotionally sound space. I think so anyway. I think it's dope. And that's why I don't even really want to talk to you no more, because I really want to see your stand up. Because I feel like all the answers are in the stand up, and then we can have a deeper conversation.
Yeah, it's funny because it's drama, and I'm funny. I'm not really. I was talking to my agent about this. I'm funny in a drama. If you notice everything I've done that was like, I mean, honestly, I'm not supposed to say this, but I don't care.
Oh.
I don't think Big Mama's House is a good movie. I think it's a horrible movie, personally.
To be honest with you, I don't even remember Big Mama's
Exactly.
House.
I remember. Why do you think it's a horrible movie?
It's like it's a good movie.
But why?
Because when you have a Tropic Thunder palette, no offense, when you're around those dudes that are writing like Danny McBride, Justin Theroux, they writing the highest octane of Mel Brooks. When you study comedy, slapstick. I'm not
You feel
good
like it
at.
was low bar comedy, like it was like easy punchlines.
It's I'm not a slapstick artist. I'm funny in a drama. You know who the best was? That was Eddie. He was always funny in dramas. Beverly Hills Cop is a drama. Martin does better, and actually he's both. He does great with slapstick because his whole show was slapstick. But Martin's
one of the best physical comedians ever.
Yeah, physical comedians, but he can do both. Martin in a drama. Bad Boys is a drama.
Life was a drama.
Life was a drama.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like Big Mama's slapstick is it's not challenging. It's phoning it in, getting a check, dressing up. But now with this film I have with Family Business, I mean it's people like, man, you acting this. I'm like, it's good. I didn't know you can do drama. Like drama's easy. Comedy's hard. So I think I'm the king of dramedy, I would say. I can do both. I can do drama, comedy, you know what I mean? Very evenly.
I think
what's the special?
It's called Chest Out.
I'm saying, but what is it? Is it a dramedy? Is it more of a dramedy,
It's dramedy.
special?
I would say, I mean, it's not as heavy as Jamie's was, but it's definitely the through line is drama. You know what I mean? Leaving your wife and going to damn Nashville.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And white coats and sheets and stuff. And your wife is sitting at home like, you know what I mean? Where's my husband at?
When does that come out? When can we see that?
If y'all keep shouting it out, we get a great deal. So we're in negotiations with like 2 networks right now. So I just like I mean, Netflix, y'all say y'all gonna spend $18 billion on content. Come on. I really like Netflix because I think Amazon's been great with specials lately. You know what's funny? People hate on Tubi. First of all, I love Tubi movies, by the way.
Breakfast Club is on Tubi.
Yeah, I know. Yes, love Tubi. I got to deal with Tubi, actually. And my people in Detroit are making mad, beautiful, and they owning their piece. So
directly too. You can funnel the money directly.
Like
you should meet people where they are. And it's a lot of us on Tubi.
I love Tubi. Tubi's great too. At first it was, it kind of got random. Like you wouldn't get Denzel Washington, you get Denzel Washington. You know what I mean? It'd be some bootleg Denzel, and then Ethan Hawke, Evan Falcon. Sorry, so the Ethan Hawke. But now it's like I feel like we laugh at that, but then you start seeing all these producers come up. You know what I mean? Detroit, all my bros. Shout out to Dennis Reed, Man Robinson, all these guys that game. And Tubi's definitely an option. I love Tubi. Tubi's great. They're definitely an option with that. So I could keep my ownership. You know what I'm saying? So it's, we'll see. But
was the special therapeutic for you?
Oh hell yeah. Yes. And I would say Terrence. Me and Terrence talk a lot.
Terrence Howard.
See, Terrence Howard. We talk a lot about how we're not understood. We both Pisces, so a lot of people don't understand. The vicious fishes, right? We got one fish that, I would say is very composed, and the other fish is a little crazy. I wouldn't say crazy, but we emotional. I would say. And we talk about how we're misunderstood. I'm eccentric, so we're misunderstood. You know what I mean? So when Terrence, me and him, we talk a lot about what he goes through, how he.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, he's just like he's actually right about what he's saying, but nobody.
Yeah, I don't think you're misunderstood. People just don't know the story. You got 7 years.
I'm talking about Terrence.
I know, but I'm talking about you.
Yeah,
you got 7 years to fill in, and I think that's the specialist going to do it.
We only knew what we saw, like media wise, and like little bits of things here and there. So
yeah, we just randomly say stuff.
Yeah, when you would random, and when you would say it, boy, would it go? It would be everywhere.
I didn't even know that.
And you don't want us to listen to YouTube.
No, you don't.
YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The deep dives on you get a little crazy.
I knew you was gonna go here too on this interview, which I'm happy you did, because no one really actually talk about where have I been in that layers and even to be mature enough to speak about it in a way where I'm not emotional about it. I'm not hurt. I'm healed, and to see where I'm at now is a blessing. But I would say this, that I would say that it was a spiritual hazing also. I think God was testing me with people in that's I'm gonna say, I hate that word chosen, but people that he has a purpose for. He'll rip everything from you to see if you still gonna be with him.
That's right.
If you love, and I don't even say him, but it. If you love it or the Most High, if you love more than your career, more than everything, more than your family, and he did it with Job. He ripped everything from me.
That's right.
And I guess I think I passed the test. I don't want to go through that again. I'll tell you that.
Did you see Kyrie Irving the other night when he tore his ACL?
No,
he
I
had
didn't see
tears
that.
in his eyes, and he went to the free throw line, and because he had to take the 2 shots before he exited the game.
Yeah, he hit both of them.
He hit one, and right before the second one, he said, "Thank you, God."
Wow.
With the torn ACL, he knew something was completely wrong. Probably knew this is really bad injury. He said, "Thank you, God."
Yeah.
So it's just like, we like to give praise to God when things are going good. But if you really, truly are a believer, if you really, truly have faith, you want to thank God when things
are good and bad.
So-called, believe in so-called good or so-called bad. I believe everything's just part of a process.
That's what I'm learning. That's why I'm getting to that.
it's a
I'm
process.
getting to that. Yeah.
You on a journey. We all
Yeah.
on a journey. You had a different chapter in your life right now.
BTJ, be the journey, right?
How did all of this, though, like the stuff that you went through, and then once you're healed, like then you come back to acting with like family business? What are you channeling from all of this in your role now? Because I think in this role, I was more surprised to see you be like
serious,
the bad guy, like not the bad, but like there's like guns, and it's like I don't know, you were just always so clean to me in like a lot of the work that you did. Maybe
I'm
because
more
you were
edgy now?
Yeah, like, and so how are you channeling that, or is that even a thing in the family business New Orleans?
It's funny because my dad had a shoe company called Wayne T Shoes back in the day in Detroit, the middle of Detroit. Place would get robbed and stuff, but we would run the store, and that is the, like, even though I grew up in the hood and the suburbs, I would say my 7 Mile Woodward businessman, watching my dad run a business, guns, you know what I mean? I won't say too much, but like people would try to rob the bit. We had the Gators and everything. People try to the Coogis and all that. People try to rob the. We would have to chase them off and do this. So I remember the times when my dad would I remember this one time this trucker pulled us over. My dad, hopefully he'll get mad at me telling the story, because my dad was, he from the streets before he became a pastor, drug dealer before he became a pastor, which is most Detroit preachers. So he still had that edge and everything. So I remember one time this truck pulled us over. Ran us off the road. My dad's like 5'8", he's like my size, 5'8". And I watched him pull this trucker out, this white trucker with a trucker hat, out of the freaking car. He was like maybe 6'2", 6'3". Pulled him on and was like, Nick, I can't say the N word, right?
You can say it.
He was like, nigga, if you ever mess with my family, I was like, yo. So I seen my dad roar as a lion, and the dude was jacking him up. My mom was like, stop. So I'm channeling my father, kind of.
That's your character in the show. You very
he's
protective over your
very
family.
I'm channeling that energy that is really not mine. It's really my dad's energy because I grew up pretty cool. I didn't really have. I'm not gonna be like I grew up nice, but we also grew up running businesses in Detroit. The church was over here. The shoe store was across the street. I had to watch the shoe store. I had to shine the shoes. I had to watch the register. So I grew up in the family business. So I'm channeling that. The white side you see is my West Bloomfield, all white neighborhood. I got both. You know what I mean? That's why my jacket probably look like this. I got I'm a variation of things. So
we look forward to seeing you in Chris Webber's The Family Business.
Carl Weber.
Carl Weber. Chris Webber. Carl Weber. And also when your special come back up so we can talk about that special.
I would love to.
Send it to me, man. I want to watch it.
I am. I'm listen, and I'm it's fine. You can give me your honest opinion. I've what I would say, I screened it for a lot of people, and it got in a lot of festivals. And my agent said, "Don't put it in the festivals because we want to present it, a certain way." But it got a lot of good reviews from a lot of people that watched it. So I don't know.
I love
your opinion actually counts to me in comedy.
Okay.
Because I know you're a tough critic. You're analytical too, so I can see when you're like watching. Like you say, like when they bomb and watching people figure it out.
I do. I do. I love dramedies too. Dramedy specials. Like I love. I think Neil Brennan did a phenomenal job with 3 mics.
Yeah, he did a great
blocks.
job with that.
I love Kevin Hart's last one, The Reality Check. Thought that was really good, and I like Andrew Schultz's new one, The Life.
Yeah, Andrew,
because he's talking about him and his wife's difficulty of having a child, but it was his fault.
Yeah,
he had the weak sperm. And I like seeing people process their traumas through comedy.
Yeah, my next one's Classy Rebel. I wanna talk about. I'm talking about the world, man. I'm just tired of the viewpoints of politics and all this. I'm gonna go a little political in this next one.
I remember you said you hate the fake woke.
Oh, people. I hate the fake woke movement. I hate fake revolutions.
Yeah.
Like if we're gonna do it, let's do it. I don't do fake because I was ready. I was the only one ready to really ride. That's why I was ready to go, y'all. I created my own currency. We was going and nobody came. I was the only one.
He's so ready for revolution.
You had your own currency.
Yeah, we had a whole thing.
Cryptocurrency?
No, it wasn't crypto. It actually could still work if you do it right.
But what was it?
It was called Love Notes. You remember that? Love Notes.
Oh, like Usher bucks?
No. It's not like Usher bucks.
Where do you spend them?
Well, the infrastructure for it wasn't gonna. It actually would stimulate the American economy and our own economy at the same time. So it was actually. I don't want to actually give this away because somebody might try to do it, but I give enough away. I would say that because I'm not gonna give you the infrastructure, but the way it will work, we would actually could pay things forward for people, and from their businesses, it was creating an ecosystem for African Americans without hurting. Because when you just take your own and say we're gonna be all separate, forget that they're gonna always shut that down. So it's like, how do you barter with all Americans? How do you barter with white Americans? And how you barter with, because you still got to do business. Mm-hmm. So in this case, it was like, let's not be just fully Marcus Garvey in a situation. Let's stimulate our economy, in our ecosystem, but let's also take it and out their ecosystem. So it was more of a coupons that paid things forward for people that created an economy. It was called Love Notes. So it was selfless sacrifice of Love Notes. You can pay things forward, and it had a little card and everything. I got the whole financial system to help to back me and everything, and then
nobody showed up.
I would pay to listen to a phone conversation between you and Terrence Howard. I know you told Terrence that. Terrence, I got the math for that, man.
You do.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, he actually does.
I got the math for that, man.
It actually works too. If you really, we're actually free if you really know the knowledge of it.
Yeah.
We're actually free, guys. We're not really. I don't think we're in captivity.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, it's Brandon T. Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
The FARAPulse pulsed field ablation system is now integrated with the FARAView software module, allowing users to visualize shape, position, and rotation of the FARAWave Nav PFA catheter. The future of PFA takes shape with FARAView.
Hey, chill. Ew. Nervous face. With the nervous face.
Look. Telling
With
that
the
man,
nervous
come on,
face.
man. But then, look, you ain't have nothing to say, right? And you went to
not like that.
You went to your platform and said what it was. That was a parent, you know, confronting me about the criticism I made about his son. Then you switched it up when you went to Gilbert Arenas' platform. Matter of fact, I think I got that. I got that. Let's get to Stephen A. I can't play the whole thing because this nigga cursing up. Then he cursing up a storm too. I might just let him.
Oh, he
ride.
wilding?
Yeah, hold on.
Make of LeBron confronting you in the aftermath of that situation.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was weak. I thought it was some bullshit. I'm sitting courtside, and I stand up, and then I got my head turned. And then I turned back around, and a lot of people thought this was the end of the game or something like that. This was in the third quarter. Apparently, LeBron had walked out of the timeout, and I turned around, and he's right here in my face. He said, yo, you got to stop talking shit about my son. You got to stop. That's my son. That's my son. Right. And I was like, what?
Yeah, hold on. You did not say what, my nigga. We didn't see none of that came out your mouth. What? Hold on.
We never seen what? We ain't seen no what? Hands that signal what? We ain't seen nothing that signal what?
Hold on, look.
You got to stop fucking with my son. That's my son. That's my son. And I was like, what?
Nah. See, this is why you can't condone
never
suckers.
Seen that.
This is why you can't condone suckers, because we saw it in real time. We never saw Stephen A. with no kind of pushback, no what. You know what I mean? Like, you look at his body language
So he
now.
he thought just because he came dressed as Nino Brown when they all was at the table, that he was going to be able to just tell us anything. Come on, kid. Come on, kid. Because he pulled the Nino Brown wear off, that he was going to be able to just come to the table and tell us. He said, what? I said, what? You ain't say nothing.
Yo, but hold on. Let's do this, man. Look at the nigga get up, and he got a chain outside of, is that a button up?
Yo, that's what I'm saying. He got the
like, what are we doing here, man? What are we talking about?
He think he the mob, man. Stephen A. think because he got that $100 million deal, now he that guy. So you can't tell him he ain't that guy on all fronts, man.
You right.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna have to pull up Nino Brown. I think the nigga pulled up like Nino Brown.
Facts.
In the car. When the Carter got compromised. Hold on.
Nah, yeah, when he was talking to Dutter Man and all that, he had them all at the table.
Let me put Nino Brown scene.
Yo, he got the same swag, man. He thought he was going to be able to pull up and tell us anything, man. Word.
Hold on, let me see what comes up. Okay. Hey,
yo, he's a midget in mind.
I think you're right. This nigga Wesley Snipes got a black a black button down shirt on, I believe. Hold on.
Facts. Or either that or all black, like it's like either a turtleneck or a sweater.
Yeah, it might be a turtleneck. Hold on. I'm just trying to find it. Let me see. could find it on YouTube. They're telling me to sign in. Damn, I'm not signed in on this computer. But let me see. All right, you can see it from this angle where this is the same scene where he grabbed G Money. So I'm gonna utilize this. This is the same. It's from that same scene. Look, Stephen A. was definitely jacking Wesley Snipes. You're right on that. Look at see it right here, right? Look.
This guy, man. Yeah, man.
Look.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fact. This guy, man. He thought he could pull up dressed as Nino Brown and tell us whatever, man.
Yeah, look.
He out of line.
Now let's go to Stephen A. real quick. All right.
Out of pocket. Out of pocket, man. Stephen A. think he Marvin now, man. He can tell us anything now. He came with the chain. Yo, this guy is crazy, man. This guy is crazy, man. This guy's crazy. This guy's crazy, man.
You go.
He's psycho
you go
for
to
that.
To that. Now let's go to this. Let's go to this. You know where I'm about to go. You know, right? We go. Steven, aka Nino Brown, right? Let's get it.
Word.
Right?
Still.
Yeah. Push. Come on. Come on, it's your last run.
What the hell is that,
Come
bro?
on, man. Stop playing.
What is that?
Stop playing. Y'all really out here making this an argument?
Yo.
Y'all niggas gotta be crazy, man. Y'all gotta be crazy, man. And y'all sitting here going against the grain for this nigga, for this clown.
Word.
For this clown. So it's like, okay, one thing, you don't like LeBron for whatever reason, right? And that's crazy.
Why he really don't like Bron. Remember, he got it. The first jump shot he took in high school, he broke his knee or something like that. Remember that? Something like that. He popped his knee out of place or something like that. Come on, man. He's not an athlete. That's why he mad. That's why he mad.
I gotta find that jump shot where he shot an air ball and it was like he shot from the free throw line. It was an air ball. Hold on, let me find that.
Air ball from the free throw. He out here throwing kindergarten jabs. Like, this guy is ridiculous. This guy's ridiculous, man.
And this is the guy yelling.
His jab is immature. Word.
Hold on,
you gonna stand with him and he gonna let you get beat up with that jab.
That's a fact.
Right.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta find this. They got the clip of nigga shooting the air ball. Hold on. I gotta find this. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Give me a second. I gotta find this. The nigga that's talking crazy about Bronny James and LeBron and everybody else. This nigga shoot air balls from the free throw line. Are you fucking kidding me, man? You can't be serious, man. You can't be serious. Let me mute this. Let me see. And then you got Lethal Shooter helping you out with your game. So you know your shit is trash.
Super trash. He ain't no athlete at all, B. I don't know why they even give him the floor to speak in the athletic department.
They scrubbed the nigga shooting the air ball. They got,
that's crazy.
The other footage with him hitting the shot, but they scrubbed like that used to come up with ease. Now I can't even find that shit.
You know why? Because this nigga on his Democratic run. So now they trying to erase all his flaws now. This nigga ain't Nino Brown, man. Get out of here, man.
Exactly.
You ain't Nino, Stephen A. You ain't going to just tell us anything, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. They scrubbed the nigga shooting them air balls off the
It's all right. We seen his jabs. We seen his jabs.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we need. We know he ain't athletic, man. You seen his high school picture with his jersey? Pull that picture up. That's the face of a non-athletic nigga.
Here we go. I found it. This is.
Oh, you got it?
This is him trying to be, like he was like that. Like he thought he was, Steph Curry. He can go behind the line, the 3-point line, straight air ball. There we go. And we gonna play. We gonna play, man. We ain't gonna bullshit. Come on, man. Look at your man. Hit it.
Hold up, B.
Wind that back, B. Look.
Hold up. Nah. He put his legs, arms, and back in that.
And it took the dead life out of him, too. The nigga said, oh!
He meant to make that word.
He shot an air
He
ball.
meant to make that.
Nigga,
that was ridiculous.
That shit took the life force out of him. Nigga, nothing but air.
Yo, play that one more time. Yo, you heard him say, when he landed. Play that. He said, He landed and said,
Shit trash, my nigga.
Yo, chill, man. Steven.
Yo, your boxing game, trash. Your jump shot, trash. Your Nino Brown outfit, trash.
Facts. Out here trying to tell us anything, man.
This nigga shit trash, my nigga. But yo,
somebody got to stop this cooning and buffooning, Lord.
Yeah,
I don't know. They got to get it.
That's a fact. So on that note, man, we're going to conclude the live. I'm going to go live later on. I just wanted to let the algorithm know I'm coming for, every category. Sports, hip hop.
You already know.
Just everything. General news, anything. Any and everything. We covering everything.
Town. We going to paint the town.
We on it. So KV,
Fact.
KV the one. I appreciate you.
Salute.
Salute, Lord. Thank you for tapping in. As always.
Peace, God. You already. Wreck Mob. Salute.
Wreck Mob. Salute. Free the land. Let's get it, y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna conclude the live. I'm gonna conclude it air ball. And then double deuces and bubble gooses. Peace, traumatic. What's the word?
What's the word, Wreck? What's good with you, man?
I was just about to get off the live, man. So look, you got a couple of seconds to give me your assessment.
Oh man, hey, Stephen A. Smith, man, he need to quit with all that, bro. Like, man, if anything, man, you seen how scared and shook he was when LeBron ran up on him, man. He wasn't calling him weak when he was in his face.
But that's the point I'm making. Quit
with all that.
That's the point I'm making.
With his Money Monster hairline.
Come
Eddie
on,
Monster hairline, bro.
Come on, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, traumatic. I appreciate you tapping in. Love is love, King.
Straight up, Wreck Mob, man.
Wreck Mob, salute. But before we end the show, we're gonna end this. Put a leave comments in the regular comment section. But we're gonna end this shit with Stephen A. shooting that air ball and taking the dead life out of him.
That's over 3. Pin down. Here you go. Put down. Oh. This is bad. Here you go. Put on our Can't win it. Hold on. Let's do that. Oh. Here you go. Put down.
Oh. Took the dead life. The shooter air ball, nigga. You trash. Fuck out of here. Salute to the Wreck Mob. We off this double deuces and bubble gooses. Leave those comments in the regular comment section. All right? I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gone. Salute to SJ, the whole Wreck Mob.
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pays in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
And Wreck TV.
A 19-year-old girl was kidnapped. She's my family.
Just get my back if I ever need it.
All of this is for a girl. I'm not stopping until I bring her home. From the director of The Beekeeper. Gangs, the mob, corrupt government officials. They're all involved in human trafficking. Jason Statham. Time to get to work. A working man. Rated R. You a cop? You wish I was a cop. Only in theaters, March 28th.
Welcome to Sticker Room.
Man, Stickerville kicks ass.
Try Sticker Mule. It's only $1.
I see a lot of us are very festive in our green. Peter Dusty, I like it. First today, I want to address the devastating tornadoes and storms that have impacted many states throughout the South and the Midwest. As of this morning, more than 40 innocent lives have been lost, and many communities have been totally destroyed. The president has been actively monitoring the situation, and the Trump administration is engaged with governors and local officials to restore communities and livelihoods. Everyone impacted is in our prayers, and President Trump is fully prepared to assist state and local officials as they recover from the horrific damage. The president has had a very busy weekend, making our country and the world a much safer place. President Trump ordered decisive military action against the Houthi terrorists in Yemen. These Houthi terrorists engaged in violence and terrorism against American ships for years under the Biden administration, costing billions of dollars and putting innocent lives at risk. Joe Biden's pathetic weakness invited these unacceptable attacks. But there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Donald Trump. And the world is officially on notice. America has a commander-in-chief whose peace through strength approach is unwavering and should not be tested. As the president said, no terrorist force will stop naval vessels from freely sailing throughout the world. Houthi terrorists and their Iranian backers should not cross President Trump again, and the president has made that clear today. On another important matter, President Trump signed a proclamation invoking the Alien Enemies Act regarding the invasion of the United States by the foreign terrorist organization Tren de Aragua. At the president's direction, the Department of Homeland Security carried out a counter-terrorism operation deporting nearly 200 violent Tren de Aragua terrorists, which will save countless Americans and removed to El Salvador, where they will no longer be able to pose any threats to the American public. Tren de Aragua is one of the most ruthless terrorist gangs in the world. And they are responsible for some of the most heinous crimes that have occurred in our nation's history in recent years, including the savage murders of beautiful Laken Riley and Jocelyn Nungray. President Trump promised Laken and Jocelyn's families during his campaign that he would demand justice for their beautiful girls, and that's exactly what he did. As the president acknowledged during his inaugural address on January 20th, he pledged to invoke this act, and he has no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions. President Trump will continue his historic efforts to seal the border and prevent these illegal invaders from coming here in the first place. As the New York Times is acknowledged over the weekend, President Trump's policies are working. Here's how the Times summed it up. Illegal crossings at the U.S.-Mexico border are down to their lowest level in decades. Once crowded migrant shelters are empty. Instead of heading north, people stranded in Mexico are starting to return home in bigger numbers. The border is almost unrecognizable from just ago, when hundreds of thousands of people from around the world were crossing into the United States every month in scenes of chaos and upheaval. This is the Trump effect in action. And again, those are the words from the New York Times. We didn't need a border security bill. We just needed President Trump. All of these actions taken together are contributing to a wave of optimism about the direction of our great country. According to brand new polling from NBC News, more registered voters say the United States is heading in the right direction than at any point since early 2004. Americans support President Trump's common sense approach that's getting our country back on track in record time. Meanwhile, the president's critics can't say the same. That same new NBC poll also found that the Democrat Party has reached an all-time low in popularity. It turns out when you let your hatred of President Trump get in the way of doing what is best for America, the people reject you. Who would have thought? Joining us today in our new media seat is Kelly Meyer. She is a White House correspondent with News Nation. News Nation started in 2021 and is one of America's fastest growing cable news networks with a focus on news for all of America. It's part of a larger ecosystem, Nexstar, which is home to News Nation, the political website The Hill, the broadcast network The CW, and local Nexstar stations. With that, kick us off, please, Kelly.
Thank you, Caroline. What do you say to Americans who want safe streets but are concerned due process is being violated?
The president is using every lever of his executive authority and his constitutional authority within the bounds of the immigration laws of our country to ensure that our streets are safer for law-abiding American citizens. And this administration is focused on detaining, arresting, and deporting illegal criminal aliens. And as you saw this past weekend, the president used his authority under the Alien Enemies Act to deport foreign terrorists. Tren de Aragua is now a designated foreign terrorist organization. And as I said, there were nearly 200 Tren de Aragua members who were sent to El Salvador this weekend. Countless lives will be saved because of this action. And if you talk to the families, the Angel families, as I mentioned, Blake and Riley and Jocelyn Nungre, they understand the grave cost of life at the hands of these illegal terrorists. And the president is proud to deliver on that promise for them.
And just to follow up on that, this will be challenged later today in the courts. Does the president, does this allow him to defy the court order without having this the checks and balances and the separation of power?
No. In fact, this administration acted within the confines of the law, again, within the president's constitutional authority and under the authority granted to him under the Alien Enemies Act. We are quite confident in that, and we are wholly confident in the case in court. Peter.
Thank you, Caroline. If you guys can't send 200 Tren de Aragua terrorists at a time to El Salvador, where are you going to send them instead?
It's a very good question. You'd have to ask the courts and the people on the left who are trying to fight this administration for doing the business that this president sought out to do, which is to deport these foreign terrorists. And we're very grateful to President Bukele and to El Salvador for accepting these heinous monsters where they will face justice.
And if these guys are terrorists at war with the United States, is President Trump considering anything more lethal to address them than just sticking them on a plane somewhere else?
Well, it sounded like you had a little bit of curiosity in the premise of your question, so I want to address it. These are designated foreign terrorists. The president signed a proclamation on February 20th, 2025, designating TDA as a foreign terrorist organization that was in consultation with the Attorney and the Secretary of Treasury. That was pursuant to 8 U.S. Code 1189. The president has the right to do that. And I think nobody would argue that Tren de Aragua should be designated a foreign terrorist organization. If you want to have that argument, I'm happy to do it. These are heinous monsters, rapists, murderers, kidnappers, sexual assaulters, predators who have no right to be in this country, and they must be held accountable.
And something different. There is now a member of the European Parliament from France who does not think the U.S. represents the values of the Statue of Liberty anymore. They want the Statue of Liberty back. So is President Trump going to send the Statue of Liberty back to France?
Absolutely not. And my advice to that unnamed low-level French politician would be to remind them that it's only because of the United States of America that the French are not speaking German right now. So they should be very grateful to our great country. Kelly.
Prepared to give the court what it wants in terms of the time of the flights that departed, that went to El Salvador, and some of those details that the judge is asking for in trying to determine the timing. Clearly, the 5 named individuals were not deported in compliance, but looking more broadly, wanting to know about the timing of flights and so forth, because the verbal order did say turn around the flights if there's an issue. So is the administration prepared to provide that information?
I'm prepared to provide it right now. All of the planes that were subject to the written order, the judge's written order, took off before the order was entered in the courtroom on Saturday. And the administration will, of course, be happily answering all of those questions that the judge poses in court later today.
And for people who have due process questions about making certain that there wasn't anyone who was swept up who did not meet the criteria that you laid out, is there a way for the administration to provide more detail about how that was, who the individuals were that met this deportation order?
Yes, I can assure the American people that Customs and Border Patrol and ICE and the Department of Homeland Security are sure about the identities of the individuals who were on these planes and the threat that they pose to our homeland. They take this incredibly seriously. They are putting their lives on the line to deport these designated terrorists from our country, and they should be trusted to do that. And that's exactly what the American people elected this president to do.
Thanks, Caroline. Just to follow up on that then, so you're saying definitively the administration can prove everyone that was put on those flights to El Salvador was either a member of Tren de Aragua, MS-13, or some other entity?
We've already provided the breakdown in the effort of transparency about the 261 illegal aliens who were deported. 137 of those were deported under the Alien Enemies Act. 101 of those were Venezuelans removed via Title VIII, which, as you know, are just regular proceedings, and 23 of them were MS-13 Salvadorian gang members. There were also 2 MS-13 ringleaders as part of that group of 23 who President Bukele particularly expressed his gratitude for their return so he can demand justice in his home country. Jennifer.
What criteria, though, other than, say, tattoos or maybe being in the wrong place at the wrong time, are they using to determine that someone is actually a member of one of these organizations?
Intelligence and the men and women on the ground in the interior of our country who are finally being allowed to do their jobs. Their hands were tied under the previous administration. And as I said, they take their jobs very seriously. They should be trusted and respected by the American public with this operation. And of course, as I said to Kelly, the administration will provide all details to the questions that the court poses. Jennifer.
One more follow-up on that. Can you say how much the U.S. is Salvador to imprison these Venezuelans? And then a different question on Russia. I was wondering if you could give us an update on the ceasefire negotiations, and is there anything you can share on the list that Putin passed along to President Trump for the things he's requested?
Sure. To your first question, it was approximately $6 million to El Salvador for the detention of these foreign terrorists. And I would point out that is pennies on the dollar in comparison to the cost of life and the cost it would impose on the American taxpayer to house these terrorists in maximum security prisons here in the United States of America. And I would echo the message of our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who expressed his gratitude to President Bukele and El Salvador's government for their cooperation in this deal. As for Russia, as you know, the president announced last night on Air Force One on his return from his very busy weekend in Florida that he will be speaking to President Putin tomorrow. I won't get ahead of those, but I can say we are on the 10th yard line of peace, and we've never been closer to a peace deal than we are in this moment. And the president, as you know, is determined to get one done.
Caroline?
Sure.
I have 2 questions for you. One on the flights, but first on the president's post overnight, saying that the pardons that were issued by President Biden preemptively to members of the January 6th committee, that they're now null and void. Have attorneys here at the White House told President Trump that he has the legal authority to undo a pardon simply because it was signed by auto pen, as he said?
The president was begging the question that I think a lot of journalists in this room should be asking about whether or not the former president of the United States, who I think we can all finally agree was cognitively impaired. I know it took people some time to finally admit that, but we all know that to be true, as evidenced by his disastrous debate performance against President Trump during the campaign. I digress on that. But the president was raising the point, president even know about these pardons? Was his legal signature used without his consent or knowledge? And that's not just the president or me raising those questions, Caitlin. According to the New York Post, there are Biden officials from the previous White House who raised those questions and wondered if the president was even consulted about his legally binding signature being signed onto documents. And so I think it's a question that everybody in this room should be looking into, because certainly that would propose perhaps criminal or illegal behavior if staff members were signing the president of the United States autograph without his consent.
Is on the record talking about issuing preemptive pardons to these people.
But was he aware of his signature being used on every single pardon? That's a question you should ask the Biden
Is
White
there any
House.
evidence on that he wasn't aware of it?
You're a reporter. You should find out. Sean.
On the flights, so I have a question on the timeline of the flights. You keep talking about the judge's written order, which hit the docket Saturday night at about 7:26 p.m. But he issued a verbal order before that at about 6:45 and 6:48 p.m. based on the court hearing. A verbal order from the bench. Does the White House feel the need to comply with a verbal order from this judge?
Again, as I said, all of the planes subject to the written order of this judge departed U.S. soil, U.S. territory before the judge's written order.
But what about the verbal order, which of course carries the same legal weight as a written order, and said for the planes to turn around if they were?
Well, there's actually questions about whether a verbal order carries the same weight as a legal order, as a written order, and our lawyers are determined to ask and answer those questions in court. Sean.
Hey, so on Friday, the president suggested at length that it should be illegal to criticize judges. But he has repeatedly criticized judges who rule against him, and Elon Musk is calling for impeachment of judges who have opposed the administration. So how are those two things not in conflict?
I have not heard the president talk about impeaching judges or Musk's tweet, but I have not heard the president of the United States ask that. Mary.
Hey, thanks, Caroline. I wanted to ask about this video I saw this morning set to the tune of, I believe, Closing Time, about deportations of illegal migrants. What's the strategy behind the White House's videos they've been putting out on this, and can you kind of talk us through the thinking on these videos?
Sure. I think the White House and our entire government clearly is leaning into the message of this president. And we are unafraid to double down and to take responsibility and ownership of the serious decisions that are being made. The president was elected with an overwhelming mandate to launch the largest mass deportation campaign in American history, and that's exactly what he is doing. And to this very day, we are now, I think, 56 or 7 days into the administration by my count. The president still receives an overwhelming public support for the policies that he is enacting. So we are unafraid to mess the president is doing on a daily basis to make our community safer. And the specific video you referenced, I think it sums up our immigration policy pretty well. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Go ahead.
Thanks, Caroline. I have two questions. First, will President Trump put sanctions on Russia if the talks on Tuesday don't go as hoped? And secondly, have any illegal immigrants self-deported through CBP home yet?
To your first question, it's something the president has floated, and certainly he's willing to do if necessary. I don't have anything to read out, and I would never get ahead of the president on such a serious decision. To your second question about the CBP Home app, I would have to check in with the Department of Homeland Security, but it's a great question, and we're very proud to repurpose this app, which the Biden administration abused to facilitate the mass illegal entry of illegal immigrants into our country. It was like a fast pass at Disneyland. That's not happening under this administration. We are encouraging illegal immigrants to actively self-deport to maybe being in one of these fun videos. Sure. John, good to
Thank
see
you. After President Trump strafe-bombed the Houthis yesterday, he said that if they retaliate, he was going to personally hold Iran accountable for that. Holding them accountable, what would that look like?
Well, I would defer you to what the president put out this morning, John, where he said very clearly, I will read it, "Let nobody be fooled. The hundreds of attacks being made by Houthi, the sinister mobsters and thugs based in Yemen, who are hated by the Yemeni people, are all created by Iran. Any further attack or retaliation by the Houthis will be met with great force, and there is no guarantee that the force will stop there. Iran has played the innocent victim of rogue terrorists from which they've lost control, but they haven't lost control. They are dictating every move, giving them the weapons, supplying them with money and highly sophisticated military equipment, and even so-called intelligence. Every shot fired by the Houthis will be looked upon from this point forward as being a shot fired from the weapons and leadership of Iran. And Iran will be held responsible and suffer the consequences, and those consequences will be dire." That is a statement from the President of the United States just moments ago. I have nothing additional to share, but our message to Iran is you better take this president seriously, and I think the Houthis learned that the hard way this past weekend. As I said in my opening remarks, there's a new sheriff in town, and this president is not just going to sit on his hands and allow terrorists to launch attacks on commercial vessels and U.S. naval ships. Those actions will not be tolerated. Sure, Edward.
Yeah, thanks. Caroline, on the economy. So after mostly a down week last week in the economy, you've been very vocal as well as other cabinet members about how we're in a transition and about how this economic transition, and there's a long-term plan for tariffs on this. How concerned is the president that the markets and Americans, for lack of a better term, will these tariffs and be concerned about a long-term plan?
Sure. I think I've been asked this question and answered this question respectfully, Edward. We are in a period of transition. The president has made that clear. He also has made his belief in tariffs and what they will do for our great country clear, restoring wealth back to our country. And if you look at the president's first term economic formula, massive deregulation, tax cuts, lowering the cost of living with an energy boom, which the American people can expect soon. Wall Street and Main Street should both be assured by what President Trump did in his first term. It's the exact same formula. In fact, I would argue it's even better this time around. And if you look at some of the economic indicators in the last week, the latest CPI report last week beat expectations. Inflation is cooling. Core inflation dropped for the first time in 4 months. The national average of the price of gas is down 42 cents from 1 year ago. And there was also a new report out this morning about wholesale egg prices. They continue to fall. A dozen eggs are 10 cents cheaper since January 24th. First, that's a 47% decrease overall. So I think the American people do have great reason to be optimistic about this economy. And as I've said repeatedly, it continues to be true. The administration has a whole of government effort to fix the economic mess created by Biden.
So the president's pointed to that April 2nd tariff deadline, so to speak. Is the tariff back and forth sort of done now? We're just all looking towards April 2nd?
Well, I think the president would tell you that all options are always on the table, and he's always ready to respond if he feels the United States is being unfairly treated by our allies and also our competitors around the world. But yes, the April 2nd day is a big day for the country, as the president has said. Reciprocal tariffs will go into effect. We'll have more details on that as the date nears, but our entire trade team, Secretary Lutnick, Secretary Bessent, the vice president has been quite involved in these talks and discussions that will look like. And the president, as you always do, you will hear from him directly on it. Deborah Saunders, how are you?
Fine. How are you doing,
Good,
Caroline?
thanks.
Former pardon attorney Elizabeth Boyer believes she was fired for refusing to sign off on a move to restore gun rights to actor Mel Gibson. DOJ's Todd Blanche says no. But I want to know, is the administration dedicated to restoring gun rights to felons who served their times? I ask this because I've talked to people who were pardoned. They felt that was important. Of course, this isn't necessarily for a pardon. What is the president's thinking on this issue? After you've served your sentence, should you have gun rights?
It's an important question. It is one I have not spoken to the president about on his views, but I will take it to him this afternoon. I will tell him you asked, and we will get you an answer. You're welcome. Jonathan.
Thanks a lot, Carolina. A question for you regarding the administration complying with judges' orders. I want to ask about a spokesperson who's the border czar, Tom Homan. He was on Fox News.
We love Tom Homan.
And he was talking about the deportations, and he said the following. He said, "We're not stopping. I don't care what the judges think," which seems to me, just reading that, that you don't care what orders come from the federal bench. Is that the case? Can you clarify that, please?
Well, I think since you just quoted Tom, I'll quote Tom. He said, "I don't care what the judges think, but I can assure you that the administration is complying with the court order." And as I've said repeatedly from this podium, all of the flights that were subject to the judge's written order departed before the written order, and we are prepared to make that case in court later this afternoon.
And then if I could, on Russia, the president, as you pointed out, Caroline, made some remarks on Air Force One coming back from Florida, and he seemed to indicate that the conversation tomorrow concerns essentially dividing up assets associated with the war in Ukraine. Has President Zelensky given President Trump that authority? Is that what is going to take place tomorrow?
Well, as you know, the president and his entire national security team have been engaged directly with President Zelensky and the Ukrainian team, and that has been part of the discussion between the president's team and the Ukrainians. As for where those lines will be drawn or any specifics, I am not going to get into that from this podium. It would be unwise for me to get ahead of the president's call with President Putin tomorrow. But again, I can assure you, in the effort of transparency, as this president always does, you will hear from him or one of us directly after that phone call tomorrow. Reagan.
There's a lot of focus on the judicial branch right now. The president has about 40 judicial appointments that he could make at this moment. Do you have an update on what the timeline would look like for those judicial appointments? And does the president have a list of potential nominees that he's vetting?
I do not have an update on a timeline, nor do I have a list, but I can certainly have our team gather that for you and provide it. You're welcome. Sure. Go ahead. Sure.
Thank you, Caroline. So the president is visiting the Kennedy Center this afternoon to attend a board meeting. A question about what happened a few weeks ago. The Kennedy Center got bomb threats targeting a performance by Shingyun Performing Arts, which is an American company showcasing China before communism. This company has been targeted, unfortunately, by the CCP for years. I'm wondering if this administration has a response to this, and also as the president is putting an emphasis on arts and culture, what's the administration's message to potentially foreign state actors who are trying to disrupt that in the U.S.?
Don't disrupt it. This administration will take that very seriously and hold you accountable. We obviously condemn any violence or threats of violence against American institutions. And the president will be traveling to the Kennedy Center later this afternoon. I look forward to going with him. As you know, he is now the chairman of the board of the Kennedy Center, where he hopes to restore arts and culture that embrace American tradition, don't disparage it, as we have unfortunately seen over the past several years. The president will be doing a tour of the center. In his business developer mind, I'm sure he will make some recommendations on how the center itself can be improved, but also will be discussing perhaps some future plays and musicals and theatrical programs that the center will be hosting under his new leadership and the board's new leadership. Daniel.
Will the president be discussing with Putin tomorrow the future of Volodymyr Zelensky? Sort of a follow-up to John's question.
Again, I've been asked and answered this question now. I'm not going to get ahead of the president's discussion tomorrow, but after the phone call takes place, I can certainly provide a readout. Daniel.
Caroline, thank you so much. You mentioned earlier in the briefing that you guys are at the 10-yard line of peace. Given you've made in such a short amount of time, is that an indictment of the previous administration's foreign policy stance? And is it just more proof that you need to talk to people to sort of get things done?
I think so. I think the previous administration is the reason this war began. As President Trump often says, this war would have never started if he were still in office. It only started because of the incompetence and the weakness of the previous administration. And President Trump is very proud of the progress that he and his team have made in such a short amount of time. And hopefully tomorrow that progress will move forward. Sure.
Thanks. There have been some media reports just in the last few hours that the administration has decided to withdraw from the International Center for the Prosecution of the Crime of Aggression against Ukraine, which is designed to hold Putin accountable for war crimes. Are you able to confirm that? And if that has occurred, why has that occurred?
I'm not able to confirm it because I have not heard that. I will caution. I know there have been many inaccurate reports from Reuters lately, so I would caution anybody taking that seriously, but I can check in and get back to you.
Great, thanks, Caroline. Is it the president's belief that the Justice Department should be investigating members of the January 6th Select Committee? Is he directing the DOJ to do that?
As the president made it very clear in his address on Friday, I believe some of you were there, I was there, he made his vision for what he would like to see of the Department of Justice very clear, but he said that he has appointed great people in Attorney General Pam Bondi and also in our FBI Director Kash Patel to do what they think is best for our justice system and to stop the weaponization of justice that we saw under the previous administration against not just President Trump, but his supporters as well. We want to restore the Department of Justice to an institution that focuses on fighting law and order and crime and putting real criminals behind bars, not targeting Americans because of their religion or their political speech. We saw that under the previous administration, and it's unacceptable to this president.
And just to follow up really quickly on just Homan's, a few weeks ago in the Oval Office, the president said he will always abide by the courts. We heard what Tom Homan said earlier today. So I'm only asking just to be clear for the American people. It is the administration's belief that that you feel like you are bound to comply by the judge's orders?
We are complying with the judge's orders.
Question on the storm.
Sure.
What role does the president see for FEMA with these storms? He's talking about getting rid of FEMA, states handling their own disasters. plan to change how the federal government responds to these storms?
There hasn't been a change yet. That doesn't mean there couldn't be in the future. But as of right now, the president, the entire administration are actively monitoring the storms, as I said. In fact, before I came down here, there was an email note in my inbox from the Department of Homeland Security on what they are actually doing state by state across the board. So rest assured, Secretary Noem and her team is on it, and I would defer you to the Department of Homeland Security for any further details.
One more question. The president referenced power plants with a conversation with Vladimir Putin. What is he referring to with power plants? What is that?
There's a power plant that is on the border of Russia and Ukraine that was up for discussion with the Ukrainians, and he will address it in his call with Putin tomorrow.
The nuclear plant.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Caroline?
Do you have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you if you would be releasing more granular data about the people who were sent to El Salvador this week. Particularly, will you be releasing their names?
I don't believe so because of the privacy concerns at this point in time. That doesn't mean we won't eventually. I would defer you to the Department of Homeland Security for more details on the individuals on the flights. But we have been incredibly transparent in giving you the breakdown of the numbers and also some of the crimes committed by these heinous criminals and individuals: kidnapping, sexual abuse of a child, robbery, aggravated assault on a police officer. I would remind everybody in this room that Tren de Aragua is a foreign terrorist organization operating within the United States of America because the previous administration allowed them to invade our country. These are monsters who tortured, raped, and murdered a 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungre. They 22-year-old nursing student Laken Riley. They led a multi-state sex trafficking operation involving smuggling women into the United States, holding them in stash houses in Louisiana, Florida, New Jersey, Texas, and Virginia, and forcing them into prostitution. They kidnapped and murdered a 33-year-old woman in Texas. They sexually and physically assaulted a woman and her daughter in Wisconsin. They conducted a mass shooting in Illinois. They peddled untraceable ghost guns across New York City, took over an Aurora, Colorado apartment complex where they kidnapped and tortured victims. And by the way, many of you in the mainstream media said that didn't happen. It turned out that it did. And because of the effective immigration policies of this administration, those foreign terrorists were detained and they are no longer operating on American soil. And we have President Trump to thank for that. We'll see you guys later at the Kennedy Center. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Caroline.
Mom?
Huh?
Oh, okay.
None. Huh? Huh?
I don't need a stop box. I just need to teach my kids gun safety.
How are you going to teach a 1 or 2-year-old? Or what if I have one of my friends over and I didn't have enough time to teach them gun safety yet?
Okay, but I would never lock up my gun. If I need my gun, every second counts.
Where are you going to put it now?
I keep it in my drawer.
Nothing is faster to access than a stop box. It's even faster than your drawer. Let's do a test. Intruder! Intruder!
But if it's so easy, then just anybody could get into it.
Well, no, not really. You have to know your code and understand how it works. And trust me, it's not as easy as it looks.
Okay, but I would never put some batteries and electronics between me and my gun.
Well, good. The stop box is all mechanical, so it does not use batteries or electronics. It's also specifically designed to be used in the dark and under stress, so it won't knock you out if you accidentally press the wrong button.
Wait, I'm confused.
That's okay.
How does it work?
The stop box lock design is so unique, even the patent officer was like, this is the dopest thing I've ever seen. Probably. Here's how it works. Each finger button can move between 3 positions, so you can select between 81 combinations. Then you have to press down on the lid to disengage the lid pressure safety, then press the thumb lock and lift to open. When you consider all of these steps, there are hundreds of combinations that keep the stop box locked.
Couldn't someone just steal this?
Well, you can screw it down or use our security cable to. The purpose of the stop box is really to conceal and prevent immediate access to others while your gun is still in use. Unlike safes that are designed to be heavy and stationary, the stop box is made to be lightweight and portable so you can actually secure your firearm wherever you are. This is the bridge between the holster and the safe.
Wait, it's plastic?
The stop box is made out of glass-reinforced polycarbonate ABS and steel-reinforced. It can take more abuse than anything in its class.
Whoa!
So maybe you do need a stop box.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our little skit. We get a lot of comments here on social media and we try to respond to them. So with videos like this, we try to answer as many questions as possible. Right now, we're offering a buy one, get one free on our brand new Stopbox Pro. We do such a big promotion like this because rather than offering a 5% discount on sign up or larger discounts around the holidays, we want to cut to the chase right now and give you our. Ultimately, the quicker we go from introduction to lifetime customer, the less we have to spend on advertising. Therefore, taking the money that would have gone to Zuck and giving it back to you. Thank you for supporting American manufacturing and local jobs. It means the world to us. Remember, when you buy a Stopbox today, we'll send you a second one free on us. What do we say, Emma?
Be protected.
And keep it protected.
So you negotiated a trade deal, a rewrite of the NAFTA. And by the way, that kind of trade deal should be rewritten every decade, couple of decades or so. Everybody understands that. It was a good time to do it. We knew a lot more about trade among these countries. And it really did seem to be an improvement. I thought it was an improvement. It should be an improvement. Now, the guy you negotiated with, the trade deal he negotiated with you. What can you possibly do next with someone who behaves like that?
Well, first of all, we're a resilient people, we're a resilient country. So are the Mexicans. We're working with great determination. I think you had part of the Prime Minister's speech yesterday. Mm-hmm. It's a remarkable time. The Prime Minister is going to be stepping down soon from his post. There'll be a newly elected leader of the Liberal Party, which is the government in power at the moment, on Sunday. So this is really Prime Minister Trudeau's last period in office. And I think his speech yesterday, he showed enormous determination and clarity. And in a speech that he gave and was him speaking to the Canadian people and speaking directly to the president, he indicated that this approach that the president is taking is legal, and it's also just wrong because it adds costs and prices to everybody in an economy on both sides of the border, in fact, all sides of the border, that has brought huge benefit to our country and to the United States. And it is possible to have a trade agreement that actually allows everyone to do better. And that's what we've discovered. And we've worked at it since the 1980s. So we are going to continue to work with the administration to try to figure out what is it about this agreement that he now finds so offensive, but also to understand that, this is the time for renegotiation is a year from now. 2026 is the statutory time, the time in law when we're supposed to renegotiate the agreement. And we are ready to sit down at any table and negotiate, but we do need to create some sense of certainty and fairness in terms of how we all treat each other. And that, I think, statements the president's made about the 51st state, the references to Mr. Trudeau as the governor of Canada, these are not a joke. They never were a joke for me. I always thought they were deeply offensive and really strike at the heart of what it means to be a Canadian in this world. And I think a lot of people in Canada are stunned and then angry. And I think you're seeing that in the streets of Canada today. You're seeing a sense of deep frustration and deep anger. But I think the governments of Canada are going to continue to negotiate in good faith with the United States. And if it means going to a dispute settlement mechanism or to challenging the law in court, if that's what it takes, or we have to do that, that's, of course, something we can do. But I think above all, what we want to do is reach a fair and reasonable negotiation with the president and with his team. And that's something that we're still very willing to do.
My reading of the market yesterday, and I'm not, reading.
Yeah, a little tricky. You get whiplash.
When things got really serious in the stock market, when Prime Minister Trudeau spoke, because the market hadn't heard from him. They knew the Trump game. They'd been through the Trump game before. They didn't believe Trump. They didn't believe Trump when he threatened the tariffs the first time around, and then he paused them, for a month. And they never expected him to impose these tariffs. They expected another pause, and then they went forward. And then they heard from Canada, and they heard a firmness from the Prime Minister that was clear and solid and strong and determined. And that's when the market said, "Oh, this is real. Canada's going to fight back, and Canada has very strong ammunition here."
Well, I mean, first of all, it is the Prime Minister leading the country, but it's also all the premiers
yes,
working at the provincial level. And we have a highly decentralized federation where the premiers, I was a premier many years ago. And so there's a lot of power in the provinces to do stuff as well. And there's a lot of frustration, and it's shared not only geographically across the board in Canada, but it's shared across party lines. We have representatives of several different parties.
This has been unifying.
This has been an incredibly, I wouldn't just say unifying, I would say galvanizing. This is something that is galvanizing our country with enormous determination. And so what the Prime Minister's announced is a series of steps. You do this, we'll do this. And that's painful to do because it hurts us as much as it hurts the people who are being affected. But more importantly, I think the issue for us now is how do we get this thing back on track? What is it that's really behind it? It doesn't seem to be the fentanyl, because Canada's not a huge source of fentanyl. We all agree that we have to take steps to reinforce the border, and that's happening everywhere. And we understand the need to do that, and that's being done. So what is this really about? And it's the sense that this is such a moving target that the Prime Minister, I think he felt, well, we just have to do what we're going to do. And we have to get some clarity from the American government as to what is it going to take for you to understand that we don't accept this. And we have cars and integrated industries you've described. We have resources of all kinds. We have manufacturing all across the country. And it will affect American customers. Potash, for example. We have farmers in the United States, in the Midwest. Planting season, I know it doesn't feel like it today, but planting season is coming. And when it comes, they're going to need a lot of potash. They're going to need a ton of potash. And we have it, and we supply it every year reliably and on good economic terms with no taxes and no tariffs. And the President of the United States is saying, well, there's going to be a tariff on that. I think these are all things that don't make a lot of sense to us, but we're still good faith people. We want to be in a good partnership, and we value the partnership with the United States a great deal. I mean, I grew up in Washington, D.C., and so I know this country pretty well. And I think what's happening is just not right. And I think there's a lot of Canadians who feel the same way and who feel very, very strongly that we've got to find a way to fix this. And we're ready 24 hours to pick up the phone anytime and just sit down and figure out what is it going to take to get us to a longer term negotiating table for 2026. But let's take the uncertainty out of everything. It's not just markets. The most important market is the job market, and it's jobs. It's jobs for people. It's prices for people. And it's these things that create enormous uncertainty and unfairness for both sides of the border. We should stop this, and we can stop it. We can stop it.
Trying to do hiring and hiring planning in environments like this cannot do it. They don't know what the conditions are going to be 30 days from now.
Well, that's the situation with the 30 days. And the reason that even that is troublesome is because, and he knows this, the president knows this, he's an investor.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive. He's an investor. He's a smart investor.
He's ignorant of a lot.
I'm not going to use those words, Lawrence. You're going to.
I know you're not.
You're going to get me deeper into the mire
I'm going to lean back here. Please proceed.
I just want to say that, you can't make an investment decision if you don't know what the tax regime is, you don't know what the tariff regime is. But you know what? The president knows that. And what troubles Canadians the most, I think, is it looks like what he's trying to do is really weaken our economy as much as he can and use economic force to weaken us. And we're not going to take that lying down. We're not. We don't like it. We don't want it to happen. We don't want to be at the 51st state. We want to remain an independent country. We're very proud to be Canadians. We think we have a lot to be proud of, both in our healthcare plans and the steps that we've taken to create a different kind of country north of the border that shares a lot of values and a lot of things with the United States, but still wants to be itself in the world, just like you wanted to be yourself in the world in 1775. That's what we want. We want to do it without a revolution, and we want to do it without coming to any kind of conflict. We want to settle this in a peaceful way, but we're not going to be taken advantage of. And there's a hockey expression we use, which is elbows up, elbows up. And there's a lot of that going on in Canada today. Elbows up. Let's keep sharp here.
In all of these fights, these illegal mass firings and these efforts to unilaterally close down and turn off parts of the government, the materially most consequential one of all of them is one that was obtained because of one man whose name is Hampton Dellinger. Trump tried to fire him in the first week in February. Mr. Dellinger fought it immediately. He fought it long enough and hard enough that while he was able to retain his post, thanks to a judge's order, still under fire from Trump, he succeeded in enlisting the Merit Systems Protection Board to reverse thousands of baseless firings of so-called probationary employees. Among the direct results of what Hampton Dellinger did are more than 5,000 people at USDA who yesterday were told they must be reinstated to their jobs. Hampton Dellinger today himself announced that he is ending his one-man fight to stay at his post at the Office of Special Counsel, which looks after whistleblower rights, which looks after the rights of government employees to not be fired for corrupt or improper reasons. He left that job today after an appeals court ruling basically made clear that he must. But take him as a case study here, because his one-man, one-month fight to not go quietly saved the jobs of thousands of people who were improperly fired by Trump. And that fight set the bar and set the tone for what it means to refuse to go quietly and to make as much good trouble as you can every single day that you can for as long as you can. Joining us now for his first interview since ending this fight is Hampton Dellinger. He's now the former head of the Office of Special Counsel. Mr. Dellinger, it's really nice to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sorry that this was your last day.
I'd rather be at work.
Yeah. Well, tell me about your job. Tell me what your job was.
Well, for almost a year, I was the place that if you're a federal government whistleblower and you see wrongdoing happening on your job in the government, you could come to my office and report it. I could initiate an investigation. And if you happen to be retaliated against for blowing the whistle, I could help protect you.
That job, for obvious reasons, when you think about checks and balances, is an independent job. One in which Congress created the job, yes?
50 years ago.
Congress created the job and created it in such a way that the president couldn't come in and say, I don't like what this guy is doing protecting these whistleblowers, get him out, I want my own guy in there. Specifically the design of the job, right?
That's right. And for 50 years, presidents had respected that design, had respected that there would be a limited but important role for my office and that we would have a measure of protection. So we wouldn't worry about losing our jobs when we stood up for other federal employees who are unlawfully.
When the president, February 7th, told you that you were fired, had you been expecting it? Did you already have a plan in place for what you would do in that moment?
Yes and no. I had seen inspectors general, really capable, hardworking IGs be ousted. I knew that there was a general view that they didn't want independent watchdogs in the executive branch, but I also knew the history of my office and that it had been around for 50 years and courts had respected that independence for 50 years. So when I got the email saying, you're fired, thank you for your service, I didn't feel like they meant it. I also didn't feel like it merited a response. So I went back and forth. And, I'm someone who believes in the presidency. I want to see every American president succeed. But I also knew that my firing violated a law that had been on the books. And I just couldn't walk away.
You fought for a solid month since that happened. Your case took one trip to the Supreme Court already. Back down to lower courts, you got an adverse appeals court ruling yesterday, which led to your decision to effectively stop your fight. Did you feel like you had no choice in terms of stopping it, that there might be additional harm done to the things that you care about and that you were trying to protect if you stuck with it and kept fighting?
Certainly that was an aspect of it. I had a 3-judge panel that was somewhat conservative, and that mirrors the Supreme Court. So I knew that it could be an uphill fight, even though I disagree with the court's ruling, and I would disagree with the Supreme Court if they found my position unconstitutional. But the other issue, Rachel, is it was going to be months, maybe a year before I'd get a final answer. I'd be on the sidelines the whole time. And I've seen the damage over the past month or so that can happen in days, sometimes even hours, to these federal agencies when the laws. And so the idea of trying to come back in a year and fix what I think might be broken forever in terms of the independence of my agency was not something that I thought I could do.
You talk about not wanting to be on the sidelines for the duration of that kind of a fight, waiting for something to get up to and through the United States Supreme Court. What does not being on the sidelines mean? What do you plan to do now? Today's day one out of government service.
Yeah, rest maybe, but I tell you, I can't let go of yesterday. I started out in the morning and helped get 6,000 unlawfully fired federal employees their jobs back.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'd lost my job. And so it was my best day at work and my worst day at work on the same day. So I'm going to hold on to that for a little bit.
Well, don't hold on to it for too long. I mean, you have seen things. The skills that got you this job in the first allowed you to perform those duties for the past year, but also what you've seen about what it means to fight. It's part of the reason I wanted to talk to you tonight, because you embody an example here of what it is to stand up and put your name as the plaintiff on that suit against the government, to stand up for the way the American people ought to be treated. We very rarely ask individual human beings to say, I, the named plaintiff, am here to stand up for the people against the government that is mistreating them. And it takes something. It takes resources. You had help in filing the suit?
I did. I had brilliant lawyers who assisted me. I got a lot of support from whistleblower advocacy groups, from military veterans groups, because a lot of my job was focused on the VA, which is why, by the way, I think it's makes no sense for the president to put in the secretary of the VA. I honor his military service, but he's got a big job on his own to do. And the idea that he could be in my job investigating himself is just the essence of a conflict
They
of interest.
dual-hatted the VA secretary and your job.
That is the plan as of a couple weeks ago. But to your broader point, you know, I'm just one person, and I was inspired by others. I saw the acting U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York stand up and for the rule of law and not sign off on something she didn't think was right.
Danielle Sassoon, that's
yes. I saw the inspectors general who I'd worked with hand in hand for a year being ousted, and I knew